And boom, we are live. Let me just get everything set up with the comment section. I don't know why I got to keep on doing this every time, but boom. Let me just check it real quick, make sure we all good.
The logo not showing.
Isn't what the? Oh shit. Should be. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't exactly know how to. Let me see if I can set it up. What up, everybody? I see y'all coming in. Y'all know the routine. As you come in, drop a like, drop a comment, go ahead and share the video, tag some people in the stream, get them involved in the conversation. I'm trying to set this up so these people can see this. I don't know why it's not showing up.
Something we gotta figure out.
Yeah, yep.
So what you want to do? Set your cameras up? Or
I'm not sure. I know it's probably only one click away from from being what I want it to be.
you want to start it over? Start over?
Yeah, no. I should be able to do it.
The hell is my stuff?
Yep, I still see people coming in, so we should be all right. I should talk to somebody who does this more often. Yeah.
Yeah. Is the live chat up? Usually I see people talking and shit. Ain't nobody saying nothing.
Yeah. I can see it.
You can see mine, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Did somebody else say something?
Yeah. I see a bunch of people.
I don't see shit.
Yeah, I see Gino in the
building.
building.
There we go.
Fuck all that in the building. Yep.
Yeah. See it.
Yeah. Seeing a couple of different people. So we're gonna go ahead and rock out for a second. I'm gonna try to fix this real quick. So y'all go ahead and share the video and all that. Y'all know. Yeah. It's low speed. Take a quick clap. Y'all already know what's about to happen to this one. Yeah. 30 rounds in the clip, 40 hanging with the drum, yeah. You can catch about 100 hollows, nigga, you ain't heard what I done, yeah. Spin the block up in the Maserati, got 100 P's in the trunk, Side coming from the west, I can get you any flavor that you want, yeah. Have you little niggas capping, You ain't never caught a package, You ain't never moved a packs, you ain't bust shots, nigga, you just rapping, Hood coming from the west coast, so it's guard game, but I'm stacking, yeah. Wrong move, I had you 6 feet, so it's no time to be laughing. Call on my phone, whenever I get it, it's gone. Time to go and beat the streets. Never been stunting for none of these niggas. You run up on me, you know I got the heat. 10 toes down, I stayed in the trenches with all of my hitters serving all the peace. Moving around, take over wherever I'm found. You niggas better take a seat. Always been ducking, dodging the police. Never been known for moving all the keys. Always been known for moving all the P's. And rule with them hitters, throwing up them C's. Make so much money, thought it was a dream. You mention my name, I'm about to make a scene. Won't be your leg, I'm aiming at the scene. And you'll get your picture put up on the tee. Gotta know it's me. Mac is a got a minute, please. Second on the by the corner, please. If you want the loading, why you calling me? Trying to do 30, 40 for the week. Your feet on my youngest running in the streets. Count up 100 before I go to sleep. Wake up and I'm back to getting all the cheese. Yo, bitch, you want me all up in the sheets. But I'm about this money, bitch, you got to leave. Out by the ocean trying to catch a breeze. The smoker supporting in my newest V. Hustle, I got the most T. I don't gotta talk to you about the got the music about to hit the streets. When you hear my voice, you're gonna know it's me. Yeah, 30 rounds in the clip, 40 hanging with the drum. Yeah, you can catch about 100 hollows, nigga. You ain't heard what I done. Yeah, spin the block up in the Maserati, got 100 P's in the trunk. Side coming from the west, I can get you any flavor that you want. Yeah, have you little niggas capping, You ain't never caught a pack, You ain't never moved a packs, you ain't bust shots, nigga. You just rapping, Hood coming from the west coast, so it's guard game, but I'm stacking, Wrong move, I had you 6 feet, so it's no time to be lacking, And just like that, we are back. What up, everybody? I see y'all in the chat room. I see y'all in the chat. Shout out to T1 Production. We got Organic Herbs in the building. Gino 314. Oak Park Gardens. What up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? Frosty.
What's up, everybody?
Building.
Yeah, buddy. What's up? What's up, man?
Oh,
shout
yeah,
out to all y'all that be tuning in on a weekly basis. That's really cool. Really appreciate that, man.
For sure, for sure.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, definitely keep us going, keep us motivated to keep on giving y'all more and more and more. Yeah, so how was the week, Frosty?
It's great. It's great. I got today was my final day. Not final, you know, still got plenty more days, but today I finished finishing touches.
Oh yeah.
Finishing touches on the greenhouse. I got all the doors done. With what I was talking about with the vents and the plastic in front of it, so I could roll up a roll up door, basically a roll up window. I got all that done. I got hardware on there to where I can keep the doors in place, locked so they don't fall out during wind or something. And I got handles on them so I could just pull them out and move the whole door out the way for easy access. So it's great.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear. Getting that work done.
Yep,
it's been one hell of a week over here on this end. Weather finally starting to break, which is a beautiful thing. And things have just been going good so far. Sometimes when things are going too good, you start getting scared. Like, okay, there got to be a fuck up in here somewhere.
Nah, man. I think it's just, I don't know. It's just time for things to go good. It's that time. It's time for it to be great, you know?
Yes.
Fuck it. Like, for real, man. We stayed down so long that now we finally up. The only thing that could fuck us up right now is if the dollar just gets devalued and the currency gets fucked up. That's the only way.
I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Not
They've been talking about it for a while. It's going to be too big of a change to just overnight, boom, we're going to do this.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I would be worried about. Other than that, it's good.
I sense it coming, but I don't sense it coming anytime soon.
Not now. Not yet.
I think it's at least like 10 years out.
10, yeah. I could see 10.
Yeah,
I could see sooner than that, actually. I could see sooner than that, but it's so much they would have to change, man.
So much.
And it'd be like so drastic where I just can't see that happening right now.
No, because you're gonna have to revalue everything else that the dollar gave value to, and it's gonna be a major switch on everything.
Yep.
Because what's gonna back the new currency? What's gonna make it worth anything? Like it's so many things that are gonna change with that.
Yeah, I think it'd have to be the World War III.
Definitely, in some way, shape, or form.
World War III, and it had to be like some kind of cyber war.
Definite, yeah. It won't be the wars that we used to. This one's gonna get handled a lot different.
A lot different. It'd be totally different. It'd be like motherfuckers playing with the grid, playing with the electrics, hacking into banks, all kind of shit like that. It'd be crazy. But let's just hope for the best. Hope that don't happen. You know, hope things get better. But I'm starting to see, man. I'm starting to see a lot of different things that's going to make people in power angry. And this doesn't have anything to do with cannabis, but it all trickles down to kind of the economy anyway. But the president of where? The president of I forgot. Was it Congo? Well, the president of wherever Switzerland gets its cocoa from, he said no more.
Yeah, I believe that was Congo.
I think it was Congo. He said no more. He's putting this country into a position of power now. We're not
of sovereignty.
Shit. Yeah, we're not exporting no more. It's been good. Y'all had a good run. We made some money, and we got to go our separate ways. And I seen the lady just shake her head like fuck.
Like, it makes a massive difference. It makes a massive difference.
Yeah, so things are changing, man.
Oh yeah, South Africa's on they're attempting to do the same thing. It's been long enough. They want to govern themselves at this point.
It's been far overdue. There's too many people in Africa just pillaging Africa, and I'm not African, but I feel for them because the presidents of those countries are suck. You know what I mean? They suck. They just been giving them all the resources to outside influences, and the people starving, they becoming billionaires. It sucks, man.
With no benefit to the people.
Yeah, the people need to lift up, but it's so hard when you got American guns being given to rebels.
Exactly. Now,
So
America's a bit different because we don't really have anything of value here besides our workforce. Our workforce is pretty much what backs America, but natural resources, everything else, Africa got it.
Africa has everything.
Everything. They're the richest continent on the planet.
Everything, bro.
And they just wanted to benefit the people at this point. Yeah. Do you see what Akon was doing?
With the city?
Yeah, and it's going to be backed off of cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be one of
the
only thing
about that is the only thing about that is just going to be another Chinese city, though.
I'm not sure how this one's structured.
It's crazy because it is the money came from China for him to do it.
Yeah. Yep.
So whenever the money comes from there, you're never going to pay them back.
No.
They're just going to give you more. Like, here, take more. Take more.
Yeah. We got you. We got you back.
So it's like they're going to be the power, man.
They are the power.
They're going to be it for real, because they're buying up infrastructures in America. If you don't, like, people don't understand when you operate as a Chinese person, you can't do certain things. When you operate as a Black person or African person, you can't do certain things in the world. Mm-hmm. But when you operate as a business, you can do everything.
Everything.
So a lot of the infrastructure,
I think America laid the blueprint for that.
Yeah, and a lot of America's infrastructure, bridges and all kind of shit are owned by Chinese companies.
I believe they're the ones that got Detroit out of bankruptcy.
Yeah, it's not a game, bro. It's real. It's real lives.
They bought 30% of Jamaica. Yeah, all the highways and everything that's getting built in Jamaica right now. That's so the easy. Chinese who bought it.
And the Chinese just introduced the largest navy in the world.
Uh-oh.
So where they going to be at? They bought the port in Africa. They already got that port.
Yeah. So, they playing their cards right. They're playing their cards right.
They are playing their cards right. They play for the long term, man.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? They're not, I won't even say they're doing anything wrong. They're just doing what's smart.
They're taking care of their country.
But for sure.
That's what they're doing. They're putting country first.
Yeah, yes.
They're not putting people
should be
first.
Everywhere.
They put country first.
Country first. We are all one person. Like the China is one person. It was good for one Chinese man or woman. It's good for all the Chinese people.
Yeah. I was driving to the grocery store and I was thinking, like, what kind of shit world do we live in where we can't go anywhere we want to go on God's earth?
Yeah. We got to pay, and there's borders, and there's
this is crazy, man.
Yeah, there's certain places you just can't go, and then you like, what the hell? There's certain places you also don't want to go, but these borders are ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, normally you could walk to wherever the hell you want to. Today,
nah.
Try to uproot and move to somewhere else if you want to. They're gonna kick you right out.
You'll be on your ass, man.
Yep. But again, all of this trickles down in the cannabis industry, and that's what I liked about cannabis. It forces you to actually start studying things, start looking things up, and then it opens your eyes to so many other things. That's what I always loved about the cannabis industry. It doesn't stick with strictly cannabis. It expands your thinking into so many other ventures.
Only if you're smart.
Yes, because
it's a lot of people that get stuck in the cannabis industry as just a user, a consumer.
Yep.
And they just want what's next. They just want flavor, and that's all they care about. Yep. It's like, more consumption. Whereas somebody like me and you pretty much think of things on a profit level, and then we start looking into business and how to move around in that level. And then all this global, the global stage is what we pay attention to, because those are the big wigs. So you always want to see what the big wigs are doing on your little scale, and then you can implement those things and become a big person. So, I love it, man. I love business. I always have. Every movie I watch, it got to have something to do with some kind of business, some kind
economics
of activity. It got to have something, even if it's totally illegal, it got to be business. It got to be a structure. It got to be set up. That's the only type of shit I like to watch since I was a fucking child, man.
Yep.
So it's like, that's all I'm into. And
I started seeing how
supported me to be able to have something to get into something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It'll fund your life. It'll take you somewhere else.
Yeah. if you're smart.
You know what's weird? I was always wondering how people can come out and be like, hey, I grew illegally in this area for 30 plus years. And then the second that the licenses came out, we went and got a license and just converted our illegal grow into a legal grow. And I'm like, yo, they're doing this on like interviews that are getting millions of views. How the fuck did they get away with that?
White. Shit, I ain't gonna lie.
It was It was
not
never.
Here to lie. I'm not here to lie.
No. And it's not even being you can't believe the comments off of the last videos. Oh my God.
I don't gotta say nothing about racism. I ain't no racist. Nope. Never have been. I'm from Oakland. Nope. We have everybody. My best friend was Vietnamese. Like, I'm
in a melting pot.
Come on, man. Yeah. So I ain't no race. It's just the world has America has a power, and the people in power are white males. Yes. So when white males say we did this and we did that and we're good now, okay, good. Let me try to do it too, because we got some money somewhere too. And that's just how the game goes. And somebody like of color does it. It's let's dig into it now.
Yeah, yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't imagine me getting on there.
And if you ask me, and if you really want to ask, I'm pissed off about that.
I am too.
I'm not here to play nice to nobody, man.
Nobody.
It's a new year and it's a new me, man. I'm not playing nice to nobody. They respect it or just don't fuck with me. I don't care. I really don't care. But I've been busting my ass way more than a lot of people. And when you watch people just do better and better by having these opportunities, it makes you angry, but it makes you understand how, and you get better at it. So
now, Frosty, not to cut you off, but on the last video that we did, somebody decided to chime in on something that I was saying. And I'm like, yo, don't put my perspectives on Frosty because I said something. You can ask Frosty himself and let him speak for himself. Don't take my point of views and put it on him. So I'm actually glad that you speak it because it made me mad too. Because I'm like, there's no way that I could have got up there and been like, hey, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and my father grew on this land for 30 years.
Third generation illegal growers.
Illegal growers. And then we took the money from the illegal. They're saying this. We took the money from the illegal grows and went and bought a license with it because we've never worked before. We never did no jobs. We lived strictly off cannabis.
This is how we live up here. Yeah, this is how we do it. This is how all of us do it.
We never had a job. Our whole family's involved in this. They help us trim. They do everything with us. And we took that money and went and bought a license. And now we're 100% legal. The planes could fly over and we don't care about this. I'm like, hold up. If I'd have did half of this, the feds would have been all through my bank accounts. They'd have been auditing me for everything, and they'd have figured that out, and they'd have shut me down immediately. How are they? And it's multiple, almost everyone that I've seen. And I'm like, wait, you are like a fourth generation illegal cannabis grower that took the proceeds from that, and you were able to go and get a license from it? Yeah, we couldn't get it. We can't fund a license, period. Like, we don't care if we had the legit money. We still struggling to get licenses.
Yep.
With the legit money. And we'll be damned if we say that we got any of this from growing illegally in the past.
And if anybody's mad at it, they're part of the problem. Straight up.
Definite. Because I don't see how that was able to happen. Like, you hold up. And then to blatantly just come out and feel comfortable to say it. Like, we don't feel comfortable. Like, even let's say you could have 12 plants in your place. People are still scared to show the 12 plants that they have.
Yeah.
We still gotta be scared to show the 12 that we have. And they just out here, hey, fuck it. Yeah, we've had this 30 acres of cannabis growing for 300 years now. Like, you're like, hold up. Since back in the hippie times, we've been doing this. My dad had it in the 1700s and 1800s. My great-grandfather had you like, whoa.
Land is important, man.
Yes.
That's why land is so important, because with land comes people with
freedom.
Other land next to you, and the people with land next to them, and the people that run the city with all that land in it are your neighbors.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So owning the land is so key and influential to your whole life. That's why we got fucked up. Never had no land.
And when black growers have to say something like this, we just always getting pushback. But they forget the Homestead Act, where everybody except us was given 250 acres and all they had to do was live on it for 3 years, and it was theirs afterwards. They're still benefiting off that now. A lot of the property that's getting passed down from children to children, that was from the Homestead Act, where people who were coming over, we'll give you 250 acres, live on it for 3 to 5 years, and you can have it afterwards, tax free. Just here. You don't even have to to pay to get the land. You just have to live on it for 3 to 5 years.
For a few years.
And they know by living on it, you're going to farm on it. And by farming on it, you're going to sell some of the proceeds from the farm on it. But they never cared what they were farming. So now generations later, people are benefiting and looking at us like, hey, we did it, so you should be able to do it. Like, hold on a second. We weren't given 250 acres per person. So we didn't get that passed down to us. If we got 250 acres, trust me, we cashed out some M's for this. You coming in third, fourth generation, you got it passed down to you. Lucky you. Lucky you. Some of us don't have that. We can't get 3 acres. It's hard for us to go and buy 3 acres. And if we do, all eyes on us. All eyes on us. You go buy 3 empty acres. All eyes on. What's he doing over there? How did he afford that? What the
bro? I got like 15,000 square foot on a residential street, which is like one of the biggest lots on the street. And I got one of the nicer setup as far as house goes on the street. And I made it nice and shit like that. My neighbor way down the street, he has a nice house. But he's always walking past my fucking house, asking my guys, "Hey, what you building now? What's going on now? What you up to now?"
Mind your fucking business.
Mind your business. Like, why are you worried about? Like, it's crazy.
We don't come down there asking you no questions. Don't be coming down here asking us no questions.
I swear, it's crazy, bro. It's like if I'm outside doing something, he'll come with his dogs. Hey, what you got going on now? I'm like, oh, same old shit. Like, what the fuck you want from me, bro? Why is you? Like, I got to be nice with him because he a neighbor. You know what I mean? You got to do that. But it's like, bro, when we get something, they want to know what you do, where you get it, how is it? How is it this way? That's a nice truck. How'd you get, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro. Then when they get mad when I say, oh, yeah, I paid $50 for this when it first came out in 2015. Like, oh, like, yep. What's up?
And you just like, damn, man, like you guys could buy whatever you want to. We don't come asking you no questions. We're not looking at you with the side eye like, how the hell did they afford that? Like nothing. But the second that we get something, it's like, whoa, just tunnel vision on us.
And cannabis was supposed to change this.
Yes. That's what got me so mad.
To change this. And it would be so great. It'd be a nice playing field because honestly, I have no problems with anybody. Me and the guy at the grocery store that owns South Lake Farms, we sat in the grocery store by the cash register for an hour just chopping the game. Like, we don't have no problems with each other, but he don't control the laws. Now, imagine if the law was set up to where we all could work. I would be right next to his farm and saying, what's up, man? Talking big shit, having good times, having fun and everything. That was supposed to break the divide, but nothing happened. You see what I'm saying? Nothing happened. But that was the icebreaker, man.
That was the icebreaker. Like, normally you could just be like, hey, what's that you smoking on? Oh, just some OG. Want to try some? And that'll spark a conversation and lead to the end of all of this shit. But no.
That's how it is now, though. What you growing? I told him I breed shit and I'm growing this and I'm doing that. And he's like, oh, for real, man, all I do is buy packs. And we talk about this person, that person. Like, he knew. Like, we having a good time in the grocery
Great
store.
Conversations.
People looking at us like, damn, like y'all big shit, huh? But it ain't nothing like that. We just shit. We know.
Do you also get those looks from other people in the grocery stores? Like, how the hell does
you know what they ask me when I go to the grocery store all the time? You balling, huh? I'll be like, bro, no.
Like, I have to reinvest almost every dollar that I make in order to take it to the next level. And we don't have nobody funding this for us. Like, we can't go to 3 friends and be like, yo, let me borrow 10 grand from you, and I got you back in this amount of time. We don't have that luxury.
It's funny because when I got done with the conversation, one of the guys from the grocery store came out and was like, hey, man, how can I get in contact with you? Like, you never cared about me no other time. Now you see me talking to this dude because, you know, he got a big account. He got farms everywhere. And we talking matching for match. I could talk about this. He talk about this. We just giving it back to each other. It was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty. I love those kind of conversations.
Wish you would have went live during that convo.
It was just beautiful, man. We just chilling back. We exchanged numbers and Instagrams and like, man, I'm always expanding, man. So just stay in contact with me. You know what I mean? And maybe there'll be a place for me somewhere on his farm if I felt like doing something like that. You know what I mean? But those outlets are there, but I'm not really into that. But, you know, it just opens up to other stuff. And it was just nice. It was just really cool conversation. And Yeah, the guy came out and he was like, "Hey man, how can I hook up with you, man?" I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Oh,
Now
okay.
you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Now you see that.
I just don't look like I knew what I was talking about.
I never do. I don't want to look like nothing. I come
Me
in there,
neither.
let me get this dirt, man. Sure. This shit costs too much. You got a deal for me? I come in
Yeah.
just how you want me to come in. You got a deal for me?
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking to get it cheaper. Well, if I get 5 bales instead of this, how many? How much could you cut
Man,
me in on? Like, yeah. Yeah, I went the other day because the new facility in the beginning we're gonna have to run pro mix with cocoa because we can't get enough cocoa to just fire all 6 rooms up straight cocoa. So we're gonna have to do a pro mix cocoa mix, which doesn't bother me because it's gonna run the same way. So we go to buy, I think what we get like 14 bales of pro mix just to be able to be on the safe side. Uh, the first thing everyone in the store did was turn around as soon as I said 14 bales of Pro Mix. They just turned around like, what the fuck? Hey, well, what are you doing? Mind your fucking business. I'm buying 14 bales of Pro Mix. That's what I'm doing. I'm minding my
yep,
business. Let me get
yep.
this, load this on this truck real quick, and I'm out of here. I'm not here to talk because if I came in here and bought 1 brick of cocoa, none of y'all would want to be talking to me.
Hey, no big deal. No big deal.
Yep, but now
But
you
when you
gotta
come in
want
there
now you
buying
gotta
five
wonder what I'm
pallets,
doing.
you buying 5 pallets. I came in there and got 5 pallets yesterday, back and forth. 1 pallet each truckload, 1 pallet. They're like, man, you balling, huh? I'm like,
No,
no, bro,
no.
just no. I'm broke.
This
My
shit
kid's
broke
cool
me.
though.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
That's
enough to
all I
pay the
care
bills,
about.
man.
That's it. Enough to pay the bills. I live week to week like y'all do, man.
And I love what I do. That's probably the only difference. I love what I do,
Yep.
and I can take care of my family.
Yep. And it goes into the people who grow for profit grow completely different than the people that are growing for personal use because I'm one of the people who get a ton of flack. Like all you want to do is grow all of the hype strains. Yeah, because I strictly smoke OG. And I would be stupid to assume that because I smoke OG all the time, that everybody else who's coming to see me, they want OG too. No, that's selfish. That's careless. I'm growing what the people want. So they come and they say, hey, could you get this? Hey, we've been liking this. Hey, did you hear about this? And I acquire it because it's what the people want. I can't just sit here and grow whatever the hell I want to and expect people to just take it. No, I have to keep in mind what they want. And based off of what they want, I'm going to grow it. I can always throw a plant or two in there for me, for my smoke my smoke purposes. But I'm not strictly about to just load my rooms up with what I want. That
That's
wouldn't even be smart.
that's not gonna work.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And they're like, well, hey, well, if you don't like it, why are you growing it? Because you like it.
I got some weird shit going on. This is fucking weird, man.
What happened?
I think I need a new roof. Well, I knew I needed a new roof, but I don't
Uh,
really need a new roof in the
uh,
garage. I'm seeing black shit on my leaves, like some black tar shit.
probably
And I
falling
look,
down from,
yeah, man.
yep.
But it's
Or
going
at least
through the
patch that
fucking,
one area.
must be a lot because it's going through the insulation. I got insulation up there and everything. But it's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
No more rain for a while. So that's just
Oh, yeah.
another thing to add to the fucking list of stuff I got to do after the first crop. People don't
Yep.
understand that. Your first crop, every crop, you got
It's
a big
gone.
bill already.
Yeah,
No,
it's
you got a
gone.
bill to pay.
You're already
After
in
this
debt.
fucking, I got to get a new roof. I got to because I got to do it before the rain season started. So I have to
Exactly.
do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. But what were you saying? I'm sorry about that, man. You were
Yeah.
saying
When growing for profit, you
yeah.
have to constantly keep in mind what the people who you deal with want. It's not about what you want. It's not about what you like. You might love a strain, but if the people are not on the same wave that you are, you have to give them what they want. Supply the demand. And people always come at me like, well, if you don't like it, why grow it? Because you like it.
Yeah, I
It,
think
it, it
people just like to talk
me
and they just
too.
need something to ask you.
Yep.
But it's like the reason why people grow is either for personal or for profit. Now, if it's for profit, you can't just keep growing one thing. You got to
No.
keep on mixing it up. You got to stay with the times.
Yes.
I'm actually about to fucking, I don't want to, but it's like, I got to buy Gary Payton. I got to buy it. Everything else is falling through. So I finally got a guy. He has the real cut. So I'm going to have to just buy it. And it's like, I don't have to, but if you want the money, for profit, if you're on a profit part, then you got to pay for these cuts. You got to do it because you got to set yourself apart. The normal grower for profit might not have none of these elite cuts. A lot of growers for profit only focus on yield. So to set yourself apart, you got to have the cuts that really going to hit the scene and people going to ask for. Like, yes. I don't want to grow anything. Okay, so this is this profits part because personal is hard for me to talk about growing for personal because I don't. But I'll try to give perspective on that a little later. But on the profit side, I don't want to grow anything that no one asks about again.
Exactly.
When I grew Fritter and I put it out, he came back and asked for more. He said they love it. So I grew it again. He bought that up and said out there, come on, like, yep, this one better than the last one. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure this time it's gonna be even better than that time. Yep. You see what I'm saying? So some strains you just wanna keep growing. If they keep asking for it, keep it and keep perfecting it and keep getting better and better at it.
As soon as they stop asking me for a strain, I just kill a strain off.
That's over with. It's over. It's over. Apple Fritter, I got one more run of Apple Fritter, and that'll probably, I'm still gonna keep it around though, because it's like, it's a terp. It's a terp that people really like.
Oh yeah.
People really like the terp, so I gotta keep it around, but it might not be in a huge production. You know what I mean? But I gotta keep it around.
Yep.
And do some breeding with it. I still haven't done any breeding with it, so I gotta do that. But profit, you gotta stay with the times, man.
You have to. You have to. I don't care.
Yeah.
And it's in every industry. They act like it's strictly just in the cannabis industry. You can't be in the clothing industry still producing baggy jeans today. That's not exactly going to work. That's not the fashion right now. You can't be out here and make no, you can't be out here just producing something because you liked it and can't get over it. Like that. And they get mad at me most of the time because it's the older strains. It's the, hey, bro, you don't know what real White Widow is like. I'm like, yeah, but the people who are buying cannabis today,
never heard of that shit.
They don't know what it is, nor do they care what it is. They know that people who are 20, 30 years older than them are still talking about White Widow. They don't want it. They never had it. It doesn't even sound good. They want runts. They want gelato. They want apple fritter. They want cheetah piss. They want Gary Payton. They want cereal milk. So I'm going to get that. Yep. I'm not gonna just grow a bunch of packs of White Widow and just assume that I'm gonna get this. And that's another thing. It's what's gonna get me the highest number too. Like I'm not just gonna get something that's gonna sell for cheap. No, if they're paying the most, exactly. If they're paying the most for this right here, that's what I'm growing. It's simple math. And I get it. You're growing because you like a strain and you just want to grow it. And then come to find out, most of these people are growing the same strains that they're saying are overhyped, or they're growing the cross of the same strains that they're saying are overhyped. But
because they can't compete.
You can't compete.
Social media. Social media is going to force you to grow this strain.
Oh,
you got to see what the fuss is about. So on a personal level, you're going to keep your old GG4 because you really like it.
Yep.
You're going to keep it. But when rents come out, and it's colorful and everybody talking about it. It's on t-shirts, sweatsuits. It's on fucking everything. Everybody's talking about it. You're like, damn, I gotta try it. So really the personal way to grow is still the same way that a person for profit grows because they like what they like to grow. And then when new shit comes out and everybody asking for it, you gotta switch it up a bit. You gotta try this new thing out. And if it works, then you like it, then you keep on growing it. Or if you smoke it and you like it, then you keep on growing it for your personal smoke.
Yep.
So it's all the same. I think the people that have nostalgia and they growing cannabis and they just really want to hunt those old strains that they're used to, nothing is wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. That actually sounds fun to go and hunt what your childhood had. That sounds fun. But don't get mad when no one else is growing that shit.
Bingo.
That's your personal choice and your personal mission to grow what you want to grow.
Yes, don't fault me because I don't want no NL5. Don't fault me because I don't want no White Widow. Don't fault me because I don't want none of that. It's not in demand. And again, I had a friend literally walked into a dispensary in Massachusetts. He saw White Widow on the shelf and he walked out. He didn't even bother to see what else they had. He knew this dispensary was fucked the second that he saw White Widow on the top shelf. They're still living. They're still living in the past. They don't have nothing else I want if White Widow's on the top shelf. And 2020, this was last year. In 2020, y'all got white. Who grew this? That was his first thought. Who the fuck grew some White Widow
Who's
in
in their
2020?
house putting this together?
Putting this together. Who pheno hunted through some seeds of White Widow in 2020 and decided to put this on the shelf? So the dispensary owner is fired because why did you even buy it? And the grower is fired because why'd you even grow it? Now, granted, I'm not the biggest fan of all of the newest shit, but I don't have to be.
You don't have to be. It's not about you.
No, it has
about
nothing to do with me.
Your room return an investment.
Exactly. And I got a big room and I got a small room. So in my small room, I grow one tray because the way my room's set up, there's one 3x3 tray. And then there's 4x4 trays. So I'd leave the 3x3 tray to grow what I like. And then I save the other 4x4s to grow what they like. So I'm still good. I can still smoke whatever I want to. I'm okay. But I'm strictly here to grow what the people want.
For your personal smoke. You got your personal out the way and you got your profit out the way at the same time.
And if I don't have any room to grow my personal, fuck it. Fuck it. I can hit Frosty McNasty and get some fire. Like it's not that big of a deal to me. For the people. And then
especially
for the growers,
when you putting your money at hand, like, oh, I'm gonna dedicate this whole tray when I could get a P or something off of this tray.
Exactly.
And have 3 bands. I'm worried about personal smoke. Like
I'm worried about personal smoke. When there's personal smoke all over the place that I can go and get for much cheaper than it would. That's another thing about the personal growers. Cannabis has hit an all-time low pretty much for a lot of strains. There's a few strains that'll fetch you a good number, but for the 2 months that it cost you to go through the hassle of growing, you could have bought a pound cheaper.
Man,
yeah, now granted, if you like growing, then go for it. I'm saying go all in. Now I'm saying, but I wouldn't put a 4x4 tent in a bedroom by itself and just grow out the 4x4 tent. No, I may as well just grow out the room.
I am a little jealous of the personal grower though.
Their quality is amazing.
I don't have that what do I want to say? I don't have that drive for smoking cannabis in general. So I'm not going to tweak out too much over it as far as me wanting to consume that particular plant. If you can understand what I'm saying, it's a difference when you're looking at a plant that you're going to consume and a different looking at a plant that you want to look great, smell great, smoke great to sell. It's a difference. And you'll like tweak out more, not tweak out in a bad way, but like, you'll really be tweaking out on some shit that you want to smoke yourself. You're really going to be like, oh, look how this is forming now. Look at that. That's doing this.
Yep.
Oh man, this terp is coming out. Oh, I could, and then you just keep smelling new shit. And you be like, you just really be a fan of what you're growing for personal smoke. Yes. And it's lovely. I advise everybody that smoke, grow your own. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing.
And the good thing is, no matter which part of the world you really live in, you could get a nice summer run in and grow enough during the summer that you set for the year. You harvest 5 peas out of the summertime, bro. You set for the year. You might have to do one indoor to hold you over until next summer, but you set.
I think majority of the world is in apartments though. There's not too many people in houses that can do shit.
You know what? I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's
never
a lot of people in apartments. So that
never thought about
3x3 tent, 2x2 tent, wherever they could fit it. That's all
good for them. That's all they're able to get. Yep. Yeah. See, and that's another thing. As somebody growing for profit, I've always grown for profit. Like the second I got into this, it was a 4-light room. That was walked right into a 4-light room. That's how I started. I wasn't thinking exactly. It was a small room to me because it was way too small for 4 HPS lights. But I was thinking profit to start off with. Now, some people just want to grow to see if they can even pull this off because they've seen it done so often. They're like, wait a second, let me try this and see if I could come out with some fire. And I swear the shit you grow yourself is always 100 times better than anything you can get from anybody else. I don't know what it is about it when you grow it yourself. It's just amazing.
It's probably because you just taking care of a plant as you should. And most growers that's selling you the weed, they don't give a fuck.
Nope.
Like it's a lot of growers that don't give a fuck about this plant.
Hell no.
They just want to like fucking rape the plant for all they got. Don't give a shit. Like so, it's a big difference. you could do nothing special to your plant and it comes out amazing.
Amazing.
And you got your grower out there just throwing hella shit at it, spraying hella shit on it, and it comes out like some bullshit, and they're selling it to everywhere. Everywhere got it. See, everywhere got this bullshit, and they smoking it up, and you just like, ugh, why did mine taste so much better? Because you grew the plant as you should grow a plant.
You cared
let
about
it
it.
grow,
They didn't.
and just let it do its thing, and give it what it needs.
Yep. And even on a production level, you should still care about your plant. Like
For sure.
I hear copycat all the time say, I don't give a fuck about these plants. Well, I do. Because my profit is strictly based off of how much I took care of these plants. So I can't not care about them and still expect to take care of them. I have to care about them to take care of them for them to come out right. So granted, I'm not falling in love with a pheno so much that I'm afraid to kill it. But I also care greatly about this plant. First off, it changed my life. It changed my entire life. I'm about to go kill
Space Ranch tonight.
Hey, it's just part of the process. If you don't make the cut, you are out of here.
Man. She's beautiful.
It's like a basketball team.
Big. She's not it though.
It's like a basketball team. If you got somebody that's nice and tall and you want him to play center, but he don't have the footwork to be able to do it, he tripping all over the place, he can't jump for shit. He's out of here. He's out of here. He's out of here. Nothing personal against him, but shit, I could do bad by myself. You out of here.
And what else has been on my mind this week? Yeah, kind of like learning. Every week is a new journey, and this week has just been like putting myself to the fire as far as quality goes. And it's like I can't have these sentimental feelings on stuff I grow, because I really do. I treat this shit like an artwork. So it's like when I grow it and I'm looking at it, I really take pride in it. And now I'm starting to really inhale my cannabis, like really inhale it and smell the different notes of it. And now I could know exactly what it's gonna be. You know, like you could just smell it and you know if it's it or not. You know what I mean?
I
and
found
my girl
out this
would
week.
always say, she would always like, I don't smell nothing. I'm like, I smell it. And she was like, you got a good ass nose though. And I do got a good ass nose, but maybe it's too good.
Now,
because I could smell it when it's faint.
Do you do a lot of work outdoor?
As far as work, what?
Like year round? Are you outside more than you're inside?
Fuck yeah, I can't stay in the house.
Is she inside more than she's outside?
Yes.
Then her sense of smell is deadened automatically. Anybody who spends more time outside than they do inside, they have a stronger sense of smell being out in nature. That's why dogs can smell you coming from a mile away. That because throughout the years they're outside animals, so their sense of smell is 100 times sharper than yours. Go ahead.
Peep this though. It's wonderful that it's like that, because listening to her, she's going to tell me what I can't find out myself. Well, I can find out, but it'll take me longer, because when she opened the bag and she like, I don't smell nothing, and I see it and I grab it from her and I'm like, I can smell it. You tripping? I can smell it. And she's like, you got a good nose, right? But then I opened the other bag and I opened it and I'm like, ooh, yeah. And I gave it to her and she like, now that is gas. That is
okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when she could smell it like that, it's super gonna be that. It's gonna be that. You know what I mean? So it's like it's certain. I'm just learning, man. I'm just learning. It's hard to explain, but it's like it's gonna be great. And a lot of the seeds that I did is not coming out. I'm sorry to say, but it's like no, it's not coming out.
We seen that post. We're just wondering why.
Because like I have other things going on. Like when you like some people test their trees and shit, and I do tests, but I don't like saying I'm doing testing because everybody starts asking, and I don't got time for that. So when the tests come back, some tests came back like eight different ones, and I called like 6 out of the 8. It didn't have that pungentness that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? It didn't have it. And I want to be known for whatever I put out, it's going to be that. You see what I'm saying? And before, I didn't have that same nose and I didn't have that same like research and development going hard on myself. You see what I'm saying? So it's actually a great thing. It's a great thing. It's just quality control. And somebody said today, it was like, yeah, that Slurricane looked at fire, but it wasn't hitting like that. And I'm like, cool. I like this comment. Like, yeah, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Like
I
it
need
look
that real
good.
talk.
Somebody probably like it. But it ain't. I want the masses to like it. Like when it hit, I want everybody to say, "Oh, what's this?" All the time. I don't want nobody to hit my weed and then pass it back and blow it out and continue their conversation. I don't want that.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying?
I want people to have to stop and look at the blunt like, what the fuck is this?
It's like, what's this? Oh, okay. This shit hitting. Let me hit it a couple more times. That's what I want.
Interrupt the whole conversation. You wanted to interrupt everything. Like, no matter what we talking about, when you hit this blunt, you're going to have to be like, yeah, bro, so I was at the store the other day. Yo, bro, what the fuck is this? Yeah, that's what you want. That's what I want.
And that's what I want to consistently put out. And, everything's going to be a hit or miss with 10 seeds. You might get 10 seeds and they don't hit, and the 12th one is the one. So it's just like that. But for the most part, if it don't pass my little standards, which I'm trying to be harder on myself,
it's a wrap.
Then it's not coming out, period. I don't care if I got 1,000 seeds. I don't care about the money. It's not about that. I'm not trying to flood the market with hella artwork and talking up shit that's not going to be it.
I will grow. I might pheno hunt through these seeds myself in the future and maybe go back and rework the strain. But am I gonna release it? Nope. I'm gonna give y'all what I would be hype about. I don't want to just give y'all something because I like what the two parents are. Because some people like gelato, some people like Skittles, but they might not like runts.
Yeah.
And even though they love the two parents, they don't like their child. I think gelato 33 is better than runts.
It is.
I think gelato 33 is way better than runts. Like it's way gassier. It's way gassier. It's much better of a strain if you ask me. But some people will like the runts. Some people will like gelato, and to others it won't make sense. Like, how do you like gelato and you don't like runts, and gelato made runts? It ain't the same. It ain't the same. It's like, so I just found out this week that none of the Safari Sunsets from Empire Breeding Co., none of them are going to make it. As soon as I smelt it, I smelt the hints of orange and citrus. It's out of here. Like, I don't even care how it finishes. I don't care how good it looks in the bag after. It's out of here. It's because I know in my area, citrus will not work. I've tried it a million times. I've done it over and over again. Citrus will not work in my area. So I'm not even going to waste no time with it.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, and ask the people in the chat. Mm-hmm. Now, there's certain smells, right? So you got gas, and you can smell gas. You know what it is. But there's also a musky funk.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the Space Fronts had a musky funk, but the Lemon Icy, the one had just straight, like, it was just, if you smell it, it'll put a smile on your face, right? So do I keep the musky funk around, or stick with the shit that's just going to instantly hit you? And right now, like Tall Air and Shorty Air is going back and forth in my mind. I know Shorty Air for sure, but
I'm smoking Tall Air right now.
I'm still up on the fence about it because it has that musky funk to it.
Definitely.
It's not really a gas to it.
No,
the Shorty
it's a little
is
different.
Gas on there. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, but do I get rid of Tall Air, or do I keep it for the people that like the musky funk?
No. I will keep it to breed with, but if the other one just checks all the boxes even better, go with the other one. But just keep that one around in case you want to breed with it, because
she's a beast.
Maybe those terps and that vigor will go good if I could cross it with something with a little bit more gas to it, because that'll add the musty funk to the gas.
Here's Will right here. Keep the funk. Now you see what I'm saying? I might need to keep that around just for those people that like the funk. See, Gino, funk. They like the funk.
Definitely.
So it's like, it's hard. It's really hard to breed, man. That's what I'm trying to get to y'all heads. Like, breeding is not easy.
Yes.
Because you're gonna piss people off, and not everybody's gonna be happy about what you put out.
It's a fact.
It's not fair. Everything's not gonna be for everybody.
Yes, and Gino made a great point. Like the Brisker OG, it has way more of a funk than it does a gas.
It does. It does not have a gas on it like that.
It doesn't have no gas on it like that at all. Now, Peanut Butter Cookie, on the other hand, has a little bit more gas on it than the Brisker does. But people love brisker, so I had to keep it. It wasn't that just because I liked it. Now, granted, I'd have kept it anyway because outdoor, I'm going to grow it every year, and that's what I'm going to smoke. But if people didn't like it, it was out of here. No matter how much I liked it, if it didn't attract a big enough name to it, then no, it'd have been out of here.
Yeah, because my boy out here, he was like, "No, don't get rid of it. Don't get rid of it because it's great. It's just not what I really like."
As soon as they say, but that means get rid of it.
But it's not a get rid of. Like, that's what I mean. Like,
no, breathe
just
with
like
it.
Just like Will and Gino saying, they like the funk. They want that smell. They like it.
Oh yeah.
They like that flavor profile. But the gas is like more. Everybody's going to say yes to that.
Everybody say yes to gas. I don't care who
and
you
then
are.
About 70% is going to say they'll say the funk is great, but they'll probably choose the gas over the funk.
Definite.
It's tough
just
decisions I got to make, bro. Shit ain't hard. Shit ain't easy. I mean,
like as many flavors as I see Jungle Boys growing, I see SFV TK, SFV crossed with the Triangle Kush. I see them re-releasing that on the regular, and I know it's strictly because people want the gas. No matter how much wedding cake and jungle cake and all of the other shit you release, there are going to be people who walk into your dispensary and say, "Where's the gas, though?" Like, I understand you got all of this fruity stuff, and that's nice. And I'm saying my girl might like that, but I want the gas. Where's the? And they could be like, "Hey, we got the SFV OG cross with Triangle Kush right here for you," and they have to keep it. I see them reposting it left and right, and they don't have a choice. It sounds good that you guys like all of these new flavorful things, but for the masses, if they smelled something that is 100% gas, GMO is only surviving because it's gas. Nobody wants to spend 13 weeks on a strain, but then when you smell the GMO, people are going to choose GMO over almost anything. If you put GMO on a table with a bunch of other strains, that GMO is going to get people every time. Motor breath, oh, forget about it. Forget about it. I fucking love motor breath. You have to do a cross with motor breath.
I gotta get the cut.
I have it.
Yeah. Okay.
I have it. One of the homies
and
hooked me
got
up.
Them other ones too. I ain't even got happy off that.
Oh man, the bro hooked it up, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get
good
to
old
that.
Good old cherry runts. I got it all now, and they doing great.
Yeah, but that makes a lot of sense to have like. If you think about three strains on the table, which one is going to sell?
Yes. Which one do you know that everyone's gonna pick as soon as they smell it? They're gonna be like, "Ooh, what's this?"
That uppercut to the nose. That's gonna do it.
If there's no names on them and they just gotta grab them and smell a bud, you want that one that everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, what is this?" Yeah, just GMO like is 13 weeks. Yeah,
just like this Tiki Madman, right?
Yep.
I got his space runs. And I'll probably get rid of it. But the Lemon Icy, the number 4 that I kept to re-veg, well, she's doing great too. That motherfucker, I'm talking about, bro, if you smelled that, it's oh my God. It's crazy. And that's the things about breeders. Some you gonna like, some you ain't really tripping off of, some just gonna be like, oh, that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
Drop will be soon. Drop will be soon for everybody. I was just waiting on artwork because I want to promote it right and have it right. So
hey Frosty, we just hit the 32 watching mark, and that's usually some of the highest that we get. Would you like to do the announcement now?
It's
32 people in the building.
Yeah. I mean, we could say, what's the announcement? I forgot, bro. I'm sorry.
About the switchover that's about the switchover that's coming.
All right. Everybody. That's in this motherfucker. Listen
in.
We've been here on Beast Grows 420 for 21 episodes. I probably took part about 16 of those. But since we did it and we decided to make it legitimate, we started a brand new YouTube. And if the link isn't in the description, I would definitely post it on my channel after this. And the new episodes are going to come out on that channel. You might even get to see us, get to hang out with us, because there's not going to be any cannabis on that YouTube. It'll just be strictly the podcast. And as you can see on your screen right now, Green Table Podcast, the Green Table Podcast. You can't search it up because we didn't release anything on there yet. You're not going to find it. Only
you
if you
can't
had a
find it
link.
till after you release the first video.
Yeah, so if the link is in the description, go there and just go ahead and follow. And we'll be there next week, man. And hopefully we'll have some new setup coming to where we could stream a little better and do a little more things, interaction. We got some plans. We want to talk to some of y'all, like hear your voice and get your thoughts out on the podcast. Just show some love back. So we're trying to set that up also. We're not going nowhere. We're here. I dedicated my Sundays like church, man. This is church for the day, and this is where we're gonna be at every Sunday. And most likely we're gonna be a little late because that's how Lowski is, man. Lowski get down like that. That's just him. So we gotta.
Yeah, I'm always gonna be at least like 7 to 10 minutes late. Yeah.
But there's no biggie, man. You know, it's around 6 p.m. West time. So yeah, that's the announcement. And it's a lot of stuff, man. We're gonna try to get in. We're not gonna try shit. We're gonna get interviews. We're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna have phone calls. We're gonna have merch. We're gonna have seed drops. We're gonna have collaborations with other people.
Giveaways.
We're gonna do a lot of shit. Everything's in the background. Just 20 episodes. Y'all been down. We appreciate it. And
love it.
When we hit 50, we'll do like a huge giveaway. When we hit 50 episodes, we'll do a huge giveaway. But it's very important that you guys do one thing: copy the link and share it to your YouTube and get people involved. And the more people we have over here, the more we could promote and give things away, you know?
Yes.
So that's what we really want to do. Give back to you guys, give a one-on-one consultations, just all kind of shit, man. We could do anything. The sky's the limit.
Yep. And we could review your grow live. You guys could come in and we could be like, you could be like, hey, well, what's wrong with my garden? And we could do those live for you. Yeah.
Or what's great about your garden, you know, or what just needs a little improvement or what's not needed. That'd be really fun too, to just join in on the Zoom or whichever way we decide to go. And yeah, man, it'd be dope. But we need you guys to share, man. Share it, like it. It's 30 people in here. We should have 30 likes. Like, seriously, how could you not like what's going on right now? You
and how simple is it to hit the
game, talking shit, talking real shit, never biting our tongue.
Nope.
Tell you how it is. You got to respect that. So get them likes up, man.
Yes, hit that thumbs up. It's not difficult. And hey, if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. It's all interaction. As long as we can get some interaction, know where you guys at. And if you're going to give a thumbs down, go ahead and comment after the video and let us know what it is that you didn't like. Because we here for the people. We here for the people.
And
we want you guys to have a great time. Go ahead, Frosty.
No, if you want us to do something, by all means, don't thumbs down because we didn't do it. Just tell us what you want to see. Just tell us what you want to see. Talk. See, that's the thing about the internet and the social media. It's open for communication. Don't be closed-minded and just say, I don't like this. I don't. Like, that's a pussy move. And like, tell us what you want to see. Like, what's up? Talk to us. That's what we're here for. You see what I'm saying? If you be on my Instagram, I'm talking back to all y'all, man. I'm talking back to everybody. What's up?
And that's another thing. We not so
all the time. I'm doing everything, man.
And that's another thing. We don't be ego tripping. So if you guys actually got something you want to say to us and you DM us or something, I answer my DMs. If you got I answer all of those. Like sometimes I take time out of my day to literally answer a bunch of questions for people that to me, it's like you should already know this. But I still take the time out of my day to help certain new growers through the struggle. They're going through a whole bunch of shit. They don't know exactly what's going on. I'll take the time out of my day to answer some of y'all. And if Frosty got the time, he probably will answer you too. So you guys feel free. Like, we're not one of those people that are so out there that we think that you guys have no voice. No, feel free to DM me.
I get those DMs all the time. Like, quick question.
All the time.
I just want to ask you this and ask that. And it's like, I'm quick to answer that. It's no big deal.
Jump on, answer the question real quick, and then go on about my day. If I take a little bit to respond to you, you know I'm busy, but I got you. I'll get back to you.
One of the most common things I see in my DMs is pictures of people's leaves, and they want to know what's going on. And a lot of times, I just want to tell you this. Most times, if your leaf is fucked up, just look at the new growth. If the new growth is fine, don't worry about the old growth.
Nope.
That's like the first tip I learned growing, and it just set my mind at ease. Like, okay, cool. Don't even worry about that one. Yeah, just worry about the new growth. If the new growth is
Yep.
coming out fine and everything, you're doing right. Hey, no
And
problem.
then if you know your plants done dried back a time or two, that was just way too much of a dry back, and you seen the leaves drooping or something, don't be shocked if a week later you see a bottom leaf turning yellow. That was just a little root that done died off. Go ahead and pull that off. You was gonna lollipop it anyway. Who the hell cares? But
Yeah, because remember I called you about that with the cocoa. I'm like, bro, what's going on? He was like, oh, don't even trip. You see the
yeah,
new
that's just
growth
them
good.
drying
Don't even
back.
worry about
Yep.
it. I'm like, cool, shit.
Yeah, and cocoa takes it to heart. That's one thing y'all
Yeah.
gotta learn is that cocoa takes shit to heart. Like the shit you could get away with in other mediums, cocoa's not hearing it. Like, and it's strain dependent because Polly Shore, you damage Polly Shore one time, she never recovers. Like
Well,
she's
that was my worst Polly Shore run and made me get rid of her. I was
yo,
so pissed off at her. I just said, fuck you, Polly. Like,
she
fuck you.
gives
You
you
fuck,
such an
man.
attitude. She giving me an attitude right
And
now.
this was
Everything
coming
else,
off the best. The best time I grew her, next time I went to Coco, and she just like, fuck you, you punk ass Coco girl. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Get the fuck,
she
you do
takes
not
it
know
to
what you're doing. She
heart.
told me, you don't know what you're doing. I'm out. And she
She
never came
takes it
back.
to, I got a yellow one in my room right now. All the other plants are beautiful, green, healthy, nice. And here comes Polly Shore because she dried out one time a week ago. Now all of a sudden you want to start giving me problems, and she don't care. And she takes her
Yeah,
time to recover. She just don't care.
man, it's the truth.
Yep. So you guys get used to stuff like that. Don't stress too much if one of your bottom leaves is changing colors or something. It will be all right. Yeah,
Yep.
cocoa and hydro have no buffer, so you make any kind of mistakes in either. That's the reason I also never went to DWC, because like one breaker break-in or power outage or something, your water heats up, your root zone's done. You could come back a
It's
day later and it's a wrap.
it's too dependent on electricity.
Yes.
It's
And
way too dependent.
electricity sometimes is not dependable. A wrong storm come through or something, it's a wrap. So you better
Yeah.
make sure you got your backup generators and stuff on deck already.
It's so funny because it's like if I showed you the plants now, what I was trying to do with cocoa, it allowed me to do it. So I do love cocoa now. I'm not going to lie. I wanted the gelatis to catch up to the other ones, and they're like a foot away, but they're big as fuck. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? They
Yep.
grew up, they got up there quick, so they can all go into the same greenhouse together with no issues. It's like it works, man. Cocoa once it starts, they just blow up, and I love it, man. I can't lie, I love it.
Yep. As soon as I went to cocoa, I knew from that point on there was no turning back. There was
Nah, I
no
can't see
turning
it.
back. They grow
I
so
can't.
fast, so healthy. So like every day you come in and there's a change.
But if I have a mom, I'm growing her in King's Mix. That's just the reason. The reason why is because
You
it's a
don't want to
lot of
grow a mom and you
macronutrients
don't
in
want to
there.
grow a mom in cocoa.
It's just she's gonna get too crazy.
And I don't care what size pot you use, like she's gonna get ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna have to keep resetting all the time, and then you're never gonna be able to get the amount of clones that you want to. And I don't care what size pot you use, the more cocoa you give it, the faster the roots fill in that cocoa. Like no games played. Okay, let me just upgrade it from a 1 to a 3. You upgrade it from a 1 to a 3, it filled that root out in a week. 2 weeks, and now you back to watering every single, maybe 2 times a day, and
I'm
then you give
watering
it
twice a day in that little room with those cocoa plants. They big as
yes,
shit.
yes, they get there that's the reason I started learning to flip faster, because they feel it's not even that the plants are big enough. The root zone is big enough that the second you flip cocoa plants into flower, they go crazy. Like you're shocked by the time they're done stretching. As soon as you think they're done, they go for one last stretch.
Yeah, man, them plants is huge. They're beautiful. I'm gonna do something a little different in that greenhouse. The first one I built, like last year's. I did 54 plants in there, but with these plants coming in so big, I'm doing 2 rows of 15 plants, and I'm gonna put trellis on them and kind of spread them out and instantly flip them. So I'm
Yep.
gonna see what that does. I'm gonna see what that does. See how that works.
And
But they're big. They're big and beautiful, man.
I'll give you guys a sneak preview. Soon we're gonna have a no-till grower come in, and we're gonna I'm going to step back. I'll just ask him questions unbiasedly. Like it doesn't matter what kind of medium I grow in, but he got some great no-till beds in his room and he is crushing it. Pretty much sea green style. So basically what it would look like if somebody was doing like 1 gallon pots, he got them spaced that way. It's an amazing setup. So, but you guys are going to have to go to the Green Table podcast to be able to see this. So make sure that as soon as we get you guys that link, y'all go over there and subscribe right away. And we're going to need major thumbs up on the videos. Y'all don't understand how much the thumbs up help. It really helps to spread the word. It gets
especially starting a fresh
yes,
YouTube.
it gets you put in the recommended section of all the other people's videos. So if somebody's watching anything on growing, right in the recommended section, we'll start popping up. So the thumbs up make a massive difference. So 33 people in here, I expect to see 33 thumbs up. So I need you guys to smash that. Just destroy the thumb button. That's what I need you guys to do. Just attempt to break the thumb button every time that you guys come in.
Instantly. Thanks,
Instantly.
KS. Yeah, the greenhouse is looking great, man. I'm very
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Man, it's a lot of work, man. It's just hard work, bro.
I'm jealous and so proud at the same fucking time because I got to see where you came from. Like I seen when you first started doing videos. I seen all of the outdoors. I seen the hiccups. I seen the pluses, the minuses, and to see you now setting these greenhouses up. And I know what you about to do with it, man. It makes me happy as shit. Like it makes me want to brag to all my friends. Like, yo, look what he's doing. If he's doing this, if we put our mind to it, there's no reason that we can't do the same thing. Straight like normally there's an excuse because it's like, hey, those guys had an advantage we didn't get. Hey, those guys were able to. No. I seen this dude take it, and we can. And not only did I see it, you can still go see it. You can still go see it. Go to his page. Start from the first video and work your way up.
And it's thing. The thing about it is, I sacrificed basically my life for this shit.
Oh man, we know.
Like people not willing to do that. Like I don't, bro.
I don't party. I don't get to have fun. I don't get to do nothing. I don't get to do nothing. But I like it that way.
But that's how you get to where you want to be.
Yes, because I know eventually I'll be able to kick back and chill.
Yeah, I'm thinking now about moving to Puerto Rico.
I seen that. Why Puerto Rico?
Like, because it's a U.S. territory. It's the guy. It's like vacation. And I figure if I come out here spring and summer, kill it, I could dip for the winter.
Definitely.
Just be out there, have my own spot out there, and just relax a bit. You know, I think I deserve to relax. Go somewhere and just chill for a little while. You know what I mean? Still be here for y'all. I still do the podcast, all the shit, but I just want to relax, man. You know what I mean?
And what would cost you probably $250K for a home out here, you can have a massive palace on the side of a mountain. You could buy like half a mountain damn near. And Puerto Rico for the same thing. I've been thinking for the longest, I want to go back to Jamaica. I see why my dad never wants to stay up here. He has no care. Like he'll come up here, visit his children. He has no care to when he got deported, he did not care. He knew what he was going back to. Like he had all the money he had accumulated here and already put back there, the property he already had. He has a waterfall on his property, maybe I say about 40 feet away, but while you sleep at his home, you just hear the waterfall non-stop.
Can you imagine that?
I can't because people go on vacation and spend thousands of dollars to go to where he lives. Like he wakes up to this he wakes up and to go take a shower. I'm just going to go down to the waterfall. Like that's fire.
Beautiful, man.
And it's fresh water. So you can also drink that water. Yeah. So who the hell wants to stay here? Like there's so many beautiful places that are much cheaper, less violent, more familiar with the people. Like the reason I mainly want to go back to Jamaica is just to be surrounded by my people. Like it's dope to see us in power for once in a while. He said the first thing he notices when he came up here, he never really seen no other races where he lived at. Like everybody looked like him. So the store owners, you can know things are possible because you see people doing the things you want to do. And America, it's far and few. Before I seen
there's so much competition and stress.
It is. Before I seen you, I had never seen another black grower do shit on the level and to you'd be like my big room, which is small to other people, but I never seen a black grower doing what you was doing. Like, you got to think, Kingston Approved came out long after you did.
Yeah.
It was long after you. We didn't have nobody who we could see doing this. Now, granted, I was watching all the growers. I didn't care. I loved Medi Cropper. I loved everybody else. But the second I saw you, I'm like, oh shit, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do
everybody
this.
can. Anybody can. You just got to put your mind to it and just stay focused. And like, I went through about 3 girlfriends until I found one that could really handle my lifestyle. Ain't no, you know what I mean? And then she just adapted right into the lifestyle. So it took a while, you know what I mean? All
Yo,
these
that may
things
be
come into play.
That may be a whole podcast right there on how many people have lost a woman over grow life. A lot. Most of the growers are single. A lot of the growers are single.
What's the name was going through a divorce. I don't want to talk about his business, but he was going through a divorce. And I'm like, he was lavishing her with gifts, time,
everything,
kids,
everything.
all this shit. And it's
everything.
Like, they can't, so a lot of women just can't handle your time being spent with these other beautiful girls.
Yeah, but like, here's the issue, because if I spent that amount of work doing anything other than this, they would accept it. If I spent this amount of work doing construction or financing or banking or a real estate agent, if I spent this, if I was a rapper, if I did, because if you're a rapper, you on the road 85% of the year, you're gone. If you're a basketball player, you're gone all of the time. But it's something about cannabis plants that women just really, I'm not going to say they can't deal with, they don't want to deal with. And the cannabis growers could give you a better lifestyle than a lot of these other ones.
And it's like, I'm home. Like, what are you tripping for? Like, I'm home. I might be in the basement or I might be in the garage for an hour or two, but like, I'm right here.
I'm home. I'm a
call away or a text away.
Ain't this where you wanted me? Ain't this where you wanted me?
It's crazy.
You want me home. You want to know what I'm doing all of the time. You know I ain't doing nothing. I'm in the goddamn basement.
I'm not gonna lie though, being your own entrepreneur and with cannabis, your brain is cannabis only.
Yes.
You'll think about your girl when y'all probably lay down and cuddle a little bit. And I do got a girl I can cuddle with. Thanks,
yes.
Like, okay, cool. But for the most part, I'm not thinking about her.
And they ask you all the time,
and she understands though.
Yeah, they'd be like, you awful quiet over there. What you thinking about? And you just be like, nothing. Whole time you thinking about what the hell you got to do in that room tonight. Like, like you just like, I don't want to tell you that because every time you ask me, I'm gonna have the same answer. I'm thinking about the goddamn garden and how I can upgrade it, how I can yield more out of it, how I could get better quality out of it so we can have a better quality of life.
And that's the importance of finding that woman that can understand that. Because now my woman already knows what's about to come out of my mouth.
I'm so glad I found mine.
And what you think about this? If I do this and that happens, and she's like, okay, let's think about it. And I'm like, man,
this is fire. Yo, this is fire. Yo, I'm glad I got my wife early on. And right after I got her, I learned how to grow. So she got to be with me through all of the trials and errors and failures. And I remember one time I got so mad, I just destroyed the whole room and said, man, I'm done with this shit because I can't figure out how to do it and get it to look like these people's on YouTube. And she went, set the whole garden back up, fixed all of the plants that I kicked over and everything. And was like, yo, you need to get back to work. I'm like, okay, yep, you won. You won me over. I'm done. That was the win right there.
Yeah, don't get defeated by this plan. It'll drive you crazy to make you stress out, but no, like, you just gotta learn. You just gotta learn how to deal with it. Like everything's gonna be stressful, no matter what business you're in. But this one is fun.
I messed up my first 5 grows, 1 outdoor, 4 indoors, mainly due to genetics, popping bag seeds and everything. I didn't have access to clones where I was at. I didn't have Instagram yet, so I didn't even know purchasing keeper cuts was an option because I would have just started off with keeper cuts I didn't have no social media when I started. I had YouTube and that was it. And then afterwards, I'm like, man, once I got the right genetics and did that grow, it was a wrap afterwards. I realized, okay, anything literally, if I can pull this off, because growing up, you think growing cannabis is like the most difficult thing in the world, the way that people describe it to you. And I feel like they're only describing it like that to keep you away from it because they know the amount of money in it. They know what it can do to you and people just be hating. So they tell you, oh no, bro, you don't want to deal with mixing the chemicals. And like, as soon as I heard chemicals, I'm like, wait a minute. They never said nutrients. They said chemicals. And I feel like that's purposeful language that they're using because the second you hear chemicals, you think I got to be a chemist to be able to do this.
Yeah, no, they're talking about like plant food.
There you go. Our
Yeah, it's just
nutrients,
plant
like,
food.
hey, like, yeah, bro, it's just 10 milliliters a gallon. And you're like, hey, what's a milliliter? And they're like, yo, they sell measuring cups that measure by the
That
milliliter
tell you
for you.
everything.
It
But you,
measures it
but
by the milliliter for you.
like we said before we started the podcast, when I was talking about my little bro, you can't you gotta be smart. Like you can't be dumb.
Yep.
You can't be a dummy growing this plant. Like you could be uneducated, but you have to have the willingness to learn and learn it. You
Yep.
can't just
Yo,
not
Frosty, keep
learn
going.
it.
I'm just running to the bathroom. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, I'll keep talking about this. You can't just like not learn what milliliters are, what ounces are, or how many milliliters make an ounce. Those are the things. Those are the things you need to know. 30 milliliters, that's an ounce. You need to know that. You need to know how many ounces per gallon, how many liters are in a gallon. So it's like doing that, doing the knowledge, having the knowledge is great, but you gotta apply it and you gotta remember it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be stupid doing this shit. But as far as the women though, man, the women, you gotta choose your women wisely. You really do. Because a lot of women cannot handle this fucking life. They can't. Because all your conversations are gonna be about cannabis. You're not gonna care about what's going on here, there. You're gonna worry about how the fuck could I get this plant to do this? This plant not growing fast enough. Should I switch to this? You're going to need to bounce things, ideas off of her. She's going to need to return it. So she's going to have a little care about it also. Just there's nothing better than a woman that cares about your work. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what kind of work you got. If your woman ain't kind of interested in what you got going on as for yourself, then it's not going to work, man.
It's
Like
not. It will
my
not.
real brother, my other brother, I was telling him like, man, I just picked up like 3,600 pounds of concrete. And then he just like, he abruptly just got off the phone. I was like, damn, what's wrong with you? You mad or something? He was like, why would I be mad? Why would you even say I'm mad? I was like, no, he just got off the phone. He's like, I'm doing other stuff. I can't care about what you doing and stuff. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm like, damn, bro, it ain't that serious. He's like, yeah, man, I got my own shit going on. I was like, okay, I never asked you for help again in my life. I haven't talked to him in about 3 weeks. So it's these
Like
type of things, people will get away from you too. You'll isolate yourself because you're so happy doing what you're doing, but they don't know that this can make them happy also and put more money in their pocket than whatever the fuck they got going on.
Than anything you could have imagined.
They're just not willing to learn and to be a student.
Yes.
Like it's okay to be a student. You can go to school and get a degree and listen to all these people that don't give a shit about you, but you can't listen to someone that watched you grow up and really care about you and your family and want to see you win. That's just it hurts my heart, bro. Yeah. Honestly, it just be hurting my heart.
Now think about this. If you want to play basketball, you go get a basketball coach. If you want to learn football, you go and get a football coach. If you want to play soccer, you go and get a soccer coach. But the second it comes into learning how to grow, no one has the patience for it. They think that you're going to plant something right now, and 2 weeks later, there's going to be big, gigantic buds on a 10-foot plant, and you're just going to be, you're going to harvest and be out of there.
That's the thing also. They're not willing to do the work and get paid later. It's crazy, man. Like, bro, you ain't doing shit. 3 months from now, you could have about, I'm not going to say the numbers, but like you could have something. Like you could, come on, bro. And it's like somebody's guiding you. Somebody guiding you step by step. Yo, you got this space. We could convert this space. Oh, I got to talk to my girl about it and this type of shit. I'm like, okay, talk to your girl. And then if you come back and say you can't do it because she tripping, then she don't really.
No, hold on, bro. Hold on. What happened to being a man? What happened to being a leader of the household? What happened to I'm not asking my girl nothing. I'm telling her what we about to do. And the reason that we're about to do this is for a great reason. Like as soon as I start running these numbers by you, it's all going to make sense. But I'm not coming to you to ask you, can I do something in this house? No, this is what we're about to do.
Even if she got a girl that pays all the bills and taking care of you.
This still what we about to do.
You tell her, I'm about to do this. Why are we going to do this? Why we don't need to do this? I'm like, I'm not about to sit around and be broke. I'm about to do this. Period. Now we can argue for a day or two and that's it. But after that, I'm about to do this. But people don't have balls no more. Men don't have balls, man. Remember that one song a long time ago that girl sang, where has all the cowboys gone? Remember that shit? Like some song. And it's the truth. Like, ain't no cowboys around. Cowboys was men. Yo, hop
Real
off,
men,
pop you,
real men.
snatch the girl up. You coming with me, man.
Man,
We
that you
out.
walk,
You know what I mean?
up,
Ain't no men like
man,
that out
what's
there,
good?
man.
Yo, I got my girl because her friend came to see me. I looked in the car. I said, who the fuck is that? She told me her name. I said, are you single? She said, yes. I said, you're not anymore. That's how that worked. I've been with her ever since.
Man,
I could have
the
sworn that's
simplest
what,
things.
yo, simplest things. I
That's what
looked,
men do, man.
that's what
That's
men do. Like
real
I
men
thought
tell a woman how it is, and she just either gonna respect it or she want to go be with a boy.
that's it.
That's it.
If when I said I wanted to grow, there was no questions asked because I was going to do it regardless. Nothing, nobody was going to tell me was going to stop me from growing. Like, this is what I'm about to do. You could give me some input on it. You could show me how
Yeah.
I could make it a little better, maybe a little easier, but I'm going to do it. Whether I'm going to do it here or not, I don't care if you pay all the bills and I live in your house if I'm one of them kind of dudes. The way that I'm not going to have to depend on you no more is by doing this.
And this right here is gonna help us get more money in the house.
Exactly.
Whoever
Now you
house it
won't
is.
have to work as much if you even have to work at all if you want to. You could lose your job and you don't have to be stressed. I got this.
And we need to know how to grow it just in case shit hit the fan. Period.
Exactly,
You might
because
need to
this is
grow
the same
something
way for
else.
vegetables. This is the same way you
Exactly.
grow cannabis is the same. I have beds that are like half cannabis, half vegetables. And I don't do anything. I give them all water. I give them all kelp. I give them all malted barley. I give them all seed sprout teas. I give them all compost teas. They grow the exact same way. The difference is cannabis is just slightly more hungry. It grows a little bit faster and it has to produce something that's a little different than, let's say, a pepper or a tomato. So they're going to eat through it a little faster. But if you got good soil, it's a wrap. It's going to grow the same.
Mm-hmm.
The one plant I put in the
Yep.
ground last year did 3/4 of a pound by itself, and all it got was water. I've never amended that ground. I didn't till the ground up and add a new layer of soil. I didn't do nothing. I just wanted to see how good my ground is and how could it hold the cannabis plant if need be. Plugged that thing into the ground, winded up being the biggest goddamn plant in the whole yard, winded up giving me 3/4 of a pound by itself. Now imagine had I amended that soil.
Same way.
Imagine if I had to go and ask my girl, did I have permission to do this? You got to be a real man to be in the cannabis game, because if you want to make money, it's going to take some manpower. Like you can't be no sucker and a millionaire at the same time. It doesn't work like that. You can't be no sucker and make no money, period. Like Prince was a gangster. Michael Jackson was a gangster. You don't become millionaires by not being a gangster. Like you can't go into these business meetings and think Michael Jackson had that same voice when he was greeting his people. No. You got to be a real man about this. If you want to, now, if you're just growing for personal use, again, go for it. Grow the best cannabis that you can grow, even though it's cheaper to probably get it off the street than it is to support those nutrients and light bills and how much the tent cost you and the lights and switching bulbs if you ain't with LEDs. Yeah, and if you bought LEDs, you might have spent thousands of dollars on a light. You could have just bought a pound. But if you're gonna, I swear, every time I see a 3x3 tent grower or something, I'm like, he must just want to grow plants.
Yeah,
That's my
sometimes
first thought.
it's just a hobby. Sometimes it becomes a hobby and they just want to grow. And some people just want to do it for the gram. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, miracrop.com, get your seeds from me, man. That's all good. Hey, but look, this thing wouldn't allow me to show her how good fresh strawberries taste, how good picking fresh onions from the front yard is, how good our zucchinis and squash came out. You know what I mean? It wouldn't allow that by having a 9 to 5, because if I had a 9 to 5, believe she would have had to have one too.
Facts.
Because they don't pay enough.
No. Yo, Frosty, I heard what some people make a year, like the average people. And when I heard it, I felt disrespected for them. Like wait, you worked a whole year and they paid you $30,000 split between 12 months?
Yeah, I sent my girl to nursing school. Like,
how are you surviving? My first thought is, how are you surviving? How are you even making it? If you got kids, forget about it.
You got to have a partner, and you got to have some government assistance, and you got to. It's a whole headache.
I can't imagine 20.
They make it so easy for the person that works to get everything they need, though. Like, I was trying to find insurance for my family. Mm-hmm. It was so complicated. I'm on the phone for 45 minutes, and I get nothing from it. It's just so complicated, bro. It's like
you get nothing from it.
There was like it's easier to if you had a job and you get it through your job and stuff. I'm like, fuck a job, bro.
Fuck
Like
a
they make
job.
this shit so hard.
Yes.
So hard, man.
Because then you have to figure out what they're telling you. What's the odds of that happening? Like you, like granted, I want the health insurance. I want but this don't
$1,000 a
even
month.
make no sense. Yeah, yes.
I might as well stay broke on paper.
Mine was like 700. Like the quote that I got was like 700. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Might as well stay broke on paper, man. It's crazy.
I ain't been sick in 10 years. Like I haven't even had to blow my nose in 10 years. Like you want me paying 700 a month? Like yeah, but that's if you wind up needing chemo or something. Well, damn. What's the odds of that? And let's say I get chemo or something, you guys will pay for it, and that'll be the end of it. Like that'll be if I don't make it and I die anyway, fuck it. That bill goes to the grave with me.
Man, that's
it. I
it.
care for. Yeah,
Shit is crazy.
But I never seen an investment like cannabis.
Hey, congratulations, Northside Doja. Congratulations.
Northside in the building?
I remember I did that. It was a great feeling. He said, I just quit my job last Wednesday.
Let's go.
You know what made me quit my job? My job I was at 4 years, easy job. I'm up there 5 a.m. I'm off at 1:30. I just pull orders. I'm on a forklift doing my own thing. Easy. Nobody bothers me. Shit's simple. I'm taking naps when I want to. Simple. I listened to Malcolm X, Ballot or the Bullet. I went in there and said, this is my last day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I already had shit going on. And I'm like, what the fuck am I giving these people my time for? This a rap. It just did it for me.
I'm making his dream come true for pennies on the hour.
Man, it did it, man. It's just I'm done.
Like I'm the reason his family lives in the home they live in. I'm the reason that he's driving the car that he's driving. I'm the reason he has the bank account that he has. But if I have the knowledge to do this and I'm making him all of this money, I could make this money for myself.
Man.
Now, granted, I was one of those lucky people who just was fortunate enough to have never worked. And then by the time that working was an option, it didn't make sense. Yeah. It's like, wait, hold on. I've done plenty of things that made me plenty of money. I remember making like ices in a cup and you make hundreds of dollars a day, like hundreds of dollars a day. On a nice hot day, you make hundreds of dollars. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Those people who sell smoothies on the street in their little carts, they're banking it. They're raking it in. I know because I spent a lot of money with them.
It's so crazy that I'm speaking about black people now because that's what I know to talk shit. These black people will talk shit about the person that goes to the flea market and talk shit about the person on the corner selling or pushing an ice cream cart or doing whatever. But it's like they make way more money than you.
Way more.
Like I'm pulling in $1,200, $1,300 every Sunday at the flea market by myself.
One day.
It's only 1 day of work.
That's it. I go one day and I make more than you making your check weekly.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm talking to China a lot during the week, getting my orders together.
Of course.
But that's just part of the business. That's nothing. That's no work. That's 30 minutes out of my day. And most of that shit is text message. So it's like,
yep, emails, text messages.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so crazy, man. And then I was trying to get people, you know what I think? I'm starting to think people just don't like entrepreneurs, man.
They don't. They hate us.
They don't.
Hate us.
Because I've been trying to put people on since day one and nobody could pull it off. Nobody. They just couldn't do it.
And it's frustrating. It's frustrating because there's so many different hustles that you could be doing. It's so many. Like phone cases.
It's 2 flea markets. It was 3 flea markets on Sunday in the area. I'm at one. This is the main one. But I can give you a space up here with me, spread us out.
Yep.
Or I can send you to another flea market and you have your own shit and I'm not on your bag. You're doing your own thing. Either way it go, I could put you in a position. They never could just do it.
It sounds too good to be true.
Crazy to me. It was crazy. Like, what? That's insane. And then what did I have to do, of course? Go outside. And I found this, I was trying to holler at this girl, but she wasn't fucking with me. But she did work for me and she was a great worker. So that was cool. But yeah, and it was just like I had to go outside my race. I couldn't put my people on. Like you try to do something, even friends that wasn't, I did have my white boy partner, my little partner too. He was the best. Anytime he could work, he up there. We having fun, all this shit. My brother come up there and just sit down looking mad. I'm like, what's up? What's up with you? Man, this
Turning the
job,
people
man.
away.
He talking about the job, this job, man. I was like, bro, you don't gotta work. You could come up here and do this. He's like, yeah, man. I just saying. I'm like, oh well. I don't want to hear about your fucking job.
Oh well.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about your job.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna be here and kiss no ass. I'm not gonna. Don't come. I'm the wrong person to come to complaining about anything. I don't want to hear it.
Especially if I offered you an outlet.
Exactly.
If I offered you an outlet, I don't want to hear what you're talking about no more.
One of my friends was complaining to me the other day. Now, granted, he lived in an apartment that he had access to the bottom apartment to. His best friend's the landlord. No one's gonna move in to the bottom apartment. He got 3 empty bedrooms. There's 4 more empty bedrooms downstairs, plus at full attic and basement. So I'm telling him like, yo, this is what we could definitely do, and we'll be good within 2 months. He fucks everything up, and then afterwards wants to come back to complain to me about his job. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You working because you want to. You working because you want to.
You're brainwashed. You brainwashed. Yeah,
you working because you want to. Like you making pennies on the dollar. Have fun. Have fun, but don't expect me to feel bad for you. Don't expect me to want to sulk in your misery with you. I don't have to deal with that. You don't either. But since you want to, don't bring it to me. Yeah, you turning the customers away.
Yeah, man. And somebody said that KS said the hustle spirit isn't in everyone.
Nope.
And that's true, KS. It's not. But I made it so simple. You didn't have to hustle.
Nope.
If they ask you how much this, you just say $15. That's it. Take the money, give them the change. It's no hustling involved. It was so simple, bro. Because I was selling the products at the time where it was really hyped up. All these products were hyped up, and I'm getting them for the low. So I'm charging 15 and 20. Nothing in my booth costs less than 15 and 20. So I just got a stack of 5s on me to give change. That's all you got to do. I'm just over fist. People looking across from me, just looking jealous and shit. I'm like, hey.
Then you got to keep the change people.
Man.
Yeah, I love to keep the change people. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love to keep. I'm the keep the change person. Yeah, I'm the keep the change guy. Like, yeah. I support the hustle, man. I love to see people out there really grinding, really not making no excuses. Now, granted, it's tough. It's rough out here. But I love the people who's like, man, no matter how difficult it is, I'm still gonna make it. Like, ain't nobody gonna stop me. Who gonna stop me? Who gonna stop me from doing this?
Honestly, I hear this stuff all the time, and I don't believe it. I can't say it's hard out here because it's not. It's not hard. You just need guidance.
That's it. But you won't accept guidance.
You don't want to accept it. You don't want to do the little bit of hard work to put yourself in position for it to be easier for you.
Yep.
And that's where fuck up parts. That's where fuck up happens.
And I hate always bringing it up, but Black people really don't want to hear leadership and guidance from Black people. And it's the weirdest shit ever. Everyone else is cool with learning from their own people. I swear, you don't look like you should know what you know. That's pretty much what they tell us. You don't look like you should know what you know.
Yeah.
I've had doctors look at me like that. Like, no way you know this much about the human body. No way. I went to college for 10 years to know what you know. You don't look like you should know what you know. And working with your own people just becomes almost impossible. You want to. You don't really want to have to outsource if you got people who are right next to you, but they don't get it. And they don't want to learn from you either.
Did y'all see the Instagram post I just posted? The 10,000 divided by 8 is 1250. Yes. And what I wrote under it was
go ahead and read it for us.
Let me get to it real quick.
Make sure that y'all hit that thumbs up button.
Hurry up. Let me see. 1 second. Come on, slow phone. Okay. I wrote, that boy, which is my little brother, I had to talk shit. I told him I'm going to get on his nerves every day I can. I said, that boy was going to make $12.50, this $12.50 per week for 8 weeks. So, and get $10K. You see what I'm saying? So 10,000 divided by 8 is 1250, right? 1250. So you're getting that so at the end of it, you're getting $10,000. So you made 1250 a week. For spraying Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then preventative, because that's when it flips into you don't want to spray after the third week. So preventative each Monday weekly for the remaining 5 weeks. And he said, give him 12K. And he's a rookie at all this.
You were lucky
now,
I gave you 10.
Yeah, so now I'm still reading. Now I got my amigo working every day doing whatever we got to do for the 12K. And he's going to handle all the trimming. That means he's amigo, so he's going to have his same people, his brother, his uncle, and his sister, sit down and trim everything. And I don't got to pay nothing per pound, right? So family and business don't mix. They be pocket watching too much without a dime to put in on it. Sucks, but the truth hurts. He saved me a lot of money. Trimming alone is 120 per pound, times all them things I'm trying to get. Now, that post is crazy because I argued with this man all week trying to tell him how it's worth it working for me. And all he had was just, you said you was going to give me a greenhouse. You said this. I'm like, bro, I can give you a greenhouse, but that's the payment. You're not getting 10K plus a greenhouse. No. You got to be out your rabbit rookie ass mind to even expect that. And you kind of disrespecting me by getting at me like this.
Facts.
Like, I'm putting you in a position and I never steered you wrong. And you disrespecting me talking about, okay, scratch all that. Just give me 12K. And when he did that, it like I said, this shit.
He's saying 12K with no greenhouse.
I got feelings. I'm not soft, but I do got feelings for people I care about. Facts. And when they don't show the respect that I'm trying to help them out, it makes me feel like I'm wasting my life trying to help people when I shouldn't even try no more. It's like, why even try?
I'm out of here.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm out of here. I'm not wasting my time with this.
Text me instantly like, oh, you acting like a girl all on Instagram. I was like, I'm gonna get on your nerves every day, bro, because you hurt me. But I brought you out here to do this. Yep. I'm trying to put big money in your pocket that's you're not even worth. You're not worth this money. I just want to see you win.
I'm giving you way more than you're worth.
Of your stresses. I want to see you be able to afford some things. And then maybe next year you'll have some money to put in on it and take a bigger percentage. You see what I'm saying? But you got to start somewhere. People want to come in and be sitting up here on my balcony. You can't sit on my balcony, bro.
It's levels to this.
You didn't climb up these stairs to get here.
It's levels to this.
It don't work that way.
Never has and never will. I would have just took the greenhouse. Just give me the greenhouse. There's a possibility I can make more by just taking the greenhouse.
And then it's like, he don't understand what greenhouse entails. He don't even know what he got to do every day to have a greenhouse.
It's not easy.
If you get a greenhouse, I'm going to end up doing all the fucking work.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Whoever's there the most is going to handle the work.
Greenhouse. So I'm like, why even build another greenhouse if I'm going to be doing all the work? I don't want to build another greenhouse. This is going to be too much for me. I'm just keeping it honest. I'd rather keep what I got and just give you 10K. Fuck that greenhouse. You want to be greedy and put one there. I'm not going to let you put a greenhouse on my property for free.
Fuck no.
And I'm going to be the one running it and doing every damn thing. So it's like, people don't understand that it's no cut and dry with cannabis. No. The only cut and dry is you do what I tell you to do, what I need you to do 3 days a week.
And I'll pay you.
And I'm going to give you 10K.
And I'm going to pay you.
It's just that simple. Because you don't know what it entails. You don't know when to spray, what pest this is, what bug this is, what the green had the plastic ripped. What do I do now? It's holes in this plastic. How do we fix this? Where do they sell the plastic at? Who has a truck to go get it? I'm the one with all the tools. You have nothing.
Nothing beneficial to me.
It's crazy.
And what I'm about to pay you to do.
It's crazy, man.
And and one person's trash is another man's trash. Do you know how much I would die to somebody be like, yo, I'll either give you 10K for working this, or you could build the greenhouse on my property. I'm building the goddamn greenhouse. I'm taking every dollar I can and I'm building the goddamn greenhouse.
Yeah,
The hell
but
with
you're
that
gonna
10K.
work for it.
Of course I am.
You're
I
gonna
wouldn't
help me
expect
do all
not
this
to.
other shit. Yeah.
If I wanted
Like,
10,000 any other way, I would have to work 300 times harder.
man, this shit be
300
so
times harder.
simple.
300
Shit be
times
so
harder if
simple.
I had to try to get this amount of money. Like people are happy getting 5,000 a year in tax return. You're making double that.
Man.
And you couldn't make more. Build the goddamn greenhouse. Go steal some money from all your people. Like, yo, let me borrow this. I got you in this time. Go get as much money as you can. Get the material, build it, and reinvest. And like you said, next year, if you play your cards right, instead of you having to build on my property, we could be partners and go and get a piece of property and do it major. That's my thought always.
It's like that sounds great and everything, but we're not there yet. We're focusing on what's here right now in front of your face.
Yes.
And what's in front of your face is 10K, then another 10K. It's 10K every rip, every rip. We do all the greenhouses, we pull that down, here go your 10. We do it again, here go your 10.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah.
It was 10 per greenhouse?
Yes. No, 10 per rip. Like, you know, all the greenhouses, they start at one time. We pull that down in June, there go your 10. We do it again, pull it down in August, there go your 10 again.
Boom. More money
That's
than
20.
you ever could have got. That's what most people make a year. You did it in a few months.
But see, now after all this, I talked to him and text him. He said, I'll do it if you want. I'm like, do what?
No.
I'm like, bro, you didn't read the message? I got my Migo now. I got my Migo now. I could have been had him, but I wanted to use you. Yep. But you had too much problems with what I was saying because you want me to say something and stick to that. And in cannabis, I can't say something and that be it. It's so much more that goes with it.
Yes, nothing's a definite in this.
It's not just build a greenhouse and it's going to just magically work itself.
No.
It don't work like that. You're too short. You can't pull a tarp. I'm going to have to do that. You got to be here every day to help unpull. Like, it's so much more to it that people are not willing to be there every fucking day. 7 in the morning, 7 at night, watering throughout the day, doing this, picking leaves. Like, it's way more to it.
So while the weather is beautiful.
Greenhouse. Yeah, hot as shit. Man.
Nah,
I swear it sucks though, because you want to get somewhere and you need help. You need help to get somewhere. You see what I'm saying? But you got to get the right help. You can't pick and choose who your help is going to be.
Nope.
You got to let that help come to you. Because while I was out there struggling today, Migo hit me because he helped me pop the shit, put all the dirt in yesterday. And he was like, I want to work with you. I don't want to work in the field this year. They don't pay me nothing. I want to just work with you. You just give me a percentage. I don't know what's good. You could pay me later. I do all the trimming, do all this. So right now, I'm trying to figure out what percentage is it worth me? Because I'm a loner. I'm going to set up an automatic watering system. I don't need you to come over and water every day. I'm not going to need that. So it's like, for your work, what percentage am I willing to give you? And I have to factor in what I would spend with trimming all those pounds throughout this season too. So just the trimming bill alone, I average it out to about 24 grand. That's just the trimming bill. So do I double that up? And you end up getting about 23 grand on top of what you would normally get with the trimming. Like, I'm trying to figure it all out right now.
It's tough when you're putting in that much on your end and the other person isn't. Yeah, the other person isn't really putting in nothing.
All he's going to be putting in is work and labor, but it's not that much labor.
It's not that much.
Set up.
The watering system's automated. It's not like you got to go in there and hand water.
So it's tough for me to do, and I don't want to say no.
I'm pretty much paying you that much to help me chop plants now.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. It's just stuff to think about. It's stuff to think about.
And you also got to wait to the end of the season because shit also happens. And I don't want to wind up paying for something that didn't come to fruition.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't want to be locked into something like that. And which he said, like, whatever, I'm just willing to work, man. It's like, you just tell me. And it's like, any percentage, I just don't like the word percentage.
Nope.
I don't like it. Like, I didn't know. This is my business.
Exactly. You're not a partner. You're not a partner.
No.
You're not a partner in this. You're an employee.
I don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to factor in percentages when I'm doing all of the work and I own the business. You're not a partner. We didn't go in on this business together. We didn't do none of that. You didn't invest with me. You did nothing.
You didn't build the greenhouses.
You're reaping the benefits off of my hard work.
Yeah, man. And just for some help, like,
I'll pay you for the help, but a percentage?
Saying, like, I'll pay you for the help, man. I'll pay you for the help. And he was like, nah, man, because I just I don't need the money. I just want like something at the end, just something at the end. And it's like the end, like,
Can and I just give you some units and call it a day? Like,
I do need help. I do need help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so what you saying? Can I wait until the end of the season to figure out basically what we harvested before I could give you a percentage?
Yeah, and you're doing all the trimming, so you're gonna see what I got.
Exactly. It's not like you're gonna be blind to everything. You're gonna know what I got. Can I wait to the end? No, it's not at all, because if I get more than I expected, I gotta cut him in bigger.
Yeah, but then look at it like this. Say you give somebody, I give them 15%.
Way too much, but go ahead.
Okay, now you say I'm way too much. Let me get the calculator out real quick. Let's do some
That's
do some math,
way too much. Anything past 10's pushing it.
10%, I could work with 10% just because he's doing all the trimming.
Okay, yeah. So that factors that in. Okay, yes, okay, since he's doing the trimming. Okay.
Let's throw some numbers out there. Let's say 4 greenhouses, 20 pounds each. Okay, so let's just say 80 packs.
80 packs.
Light depth. I don't want to even throw that number out there. I'm sorry, I can't finish it.
Nope.
But okay,
do it to yourself. Do it to yourself.
Let's go with a whole number. Let's just go with a whole number. Say you got $100,000, and you cut him in minus 85%, so he gets 15,000, and you get 85,000. But he's doing all the trimming, and he's doing regular maintenance and spraying. He's doing all the things I don't want to do.
That's fair.
I don't want to go in there and spray, so I don't want to. He's spraying. He's doing sprays, okay? He's doing cleanups. He's doing leaf stripping. He's doing a lot of the work that I don't want to do.
Then yeah, that sounds about right.
You see what I'm saying?
That sounds about right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's kind of like cut him in, relieve yourself of the duties, oversee everything going on, teach him how to mix nutrients and fill up your reservoirs. Which I'm going to do that anyway, but you can still teach him how to do it. Let him learn from give back to who took care of you, because he take care of me when the trim time comes. When trim time comes, he knock it out. He does a great job. He's quick. He's efficient. He's trustworthy. So it's like I'm factoring all this stuff in.
And you got to factor in your time, because your time costs money. You could be doing something else during the time that he would be handling.
Focus on indoor or breeding project.
Exactly.
Could be doing something else.
So that's more than fair, I think. I think that's more than fair.
Now you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. 15% wouldn't even factor in, because the amount of work you would have had to do yourself that you don't have to do now because of him, plus he's part of the trim team, then yeah, that won't be nothing. That's
He is the trim team.
He is the trim, exactly. So it'd be
I don't have to worry about that.
Well worth it.
So it's like it's no more cost coming out. Like that's a big cost to eat the first time coming around. Like, damn, I gotta scrape up 10 bands just for trimmers. And this way I don't.
That saves a whole lot of everything.
You see what I'm saying? But I want to be fair to him also. I want to be fair to him also, So it's like you don't want to just use them and just I gotta think about it a couple more days,
Man, they're giving you some great ideas in the comment section.
Oh, let me talk to me. What they saying?
Rather than lock in, just give him a bonus if it's good at the end. Make him on the clock and make him clock in and pay them $25 an hour. Give him 25 stacks. You walk away with 75.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
I wouldn't either.
I'm not cutting nobody in 25% of this business. This is think about it. These are my moms. These are my clones. This is my soil. This is my ground.
My pots. This is my trellis net. This is my fans. This is my wood. This is my plastic. This is everything's mine.
Yeah.
Anything over
can't do that.
15% is super pushing it. I say anything over 10 is really pushing it. But when you factor in that he's also the trim team,
See, that's the thing.
I don't
It's
have
the
as
trim
much
thing.
of an issue. So I say 15K is great.
15K, but that's per rip. So that's like 30 piece.
But he's trimming a lot.
Or I could do like this. I could build another greenhouse, and that little one, I'll take that for myself, and I'll give him the bigger one on that property. And I keep the 3 big ones here and a little one over there, and he can have the bigger one over there that I did last year. He can have that one.
That's also an option. See, you got a little bit of leg room to play with because it's not just the one place that you're talking about. Yeah, so you got a little bit more options because you got other things that can basically pay off the workers, and you can still take full profit from other investments. So yeah,
Exactly.
I go with that. I go with that. And no matter how you do it, it's gonna be a win-win for you, considering that he is also the trim team that's gonna trim all of it.
That's the win right there. But
yeah, because no matter what it is, he's gonna trim all of it. But if you give him just the big one, oh, he's gonna. I mean, granted, you might lose a little if you think of it like that, but to keep 100% of everything else, shit, fuck it. Or at least 95% if you're paying him as the trim. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, all day. All day. Let's say you give him the big one. Who the hell cares what he gets out of it? It'll still be way more than what he would have got anyway.
Yeah, see, I'm looking at the big one. That's a 20-pound greenhouse.
Oh, he come off lovely. Oh,
that's
man.
Too much.
It's way too much.
Yeah, now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if
give him the little one. Give him the little one.
If I do the minimum 20 by 15, that's 30K.
Why not give him the little one?
That's a 60K year. I can't do that.
Nah, hell no.
I can't give up. I can't do that, man. And then when I think about it in those terms,
that's 60K out your pocket.
I can't do that.
Yeah, this gonna be a tough one.
It is. It really is, man.
This gonna be. Why not give him the same offer that you was gonna give bro?
I was thinking about that, but trimming, it'd be like me using him.
Oh, give him a little bonus for trimming, but it'd still probably come out a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Considering that he's also trimming. All of it from all the places.
Yeah, he'll get better quick. He'll learn hella fast. Who y'all talking about? Y'all talking about my Migo, right?
Or yeah. Yeah, they talking about the Migo.
Yeah, because he said he did it a couple times, but he'll learn hella fast. And he hella smart. He's sharp, man. He's a sharp youngster, man. He get down.
And he Migos learn fast because they don't have a choice.
He got family, man. He got a pregnant little girl. He's trying to get his paper.
And that would make see now you just made me.
Whatever you give me, I'm taking it. Whatever you give me, I'm taking it. I just want to work with you. So I know he's here for the long run, but I just got to remember who put this shit together.
Yes, but that would also be a nice reason that you wouldn't feel as bad, because not only is he 100% in year round, like no matter what, this gonna be the road dog right here. You also supporting the family at the same time, like that. This is like a double bonus. And the happier he is,
that's really willing to hustle and work hard.
Exactly.
I can see the initiative. It's like I could fuck with his spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Compared to somebody who just want the money for doing nothing. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want the money from doing nothing. And this dude will accept less and do more. So anything past what you would get is a 100% blessing. He probably ain't looking for as much as you gonna give him regardless. Like what you're talking right now is probably still under what he was thinking. No matter what you're thinking right now, it's probably still a little bit less than he was thinking. Well, your idea is going to be more than what he was thinking. He was thinking less. You're thinking more. No matter how
he started off hella high because he don't know nothing. He was just like, I do all the work, I do everything. I know 25% is a lot, but you got to tell me what you want to give me. I don't know. I'll take anything. Just talk to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, 25? That's a hell no. But then I started, I'm still talking to him, asking like, what are you willing to do? Who's coming? Is this your brother involved too? Because then both of y'all can get shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's it really gonna be? So it's just some stuff to think about. I know when it comes like leaf stripping time, he'll bring his family and they'll just knock it out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just like with the trimming, they'll knock it out or whatever. But I just got to figure it out because it's going to be worth more than I was going to pay Lil Bro just because of the trimming factor.
Yep.
So,
but since he's already part of the team,
yeah,
it's a lot of different ways you could work it.
Yep, I'm gonna keep thinking about it.
Yep, and I think no matter what, he's gonna be happy with his percentage.
Because I'm more than a fair person.
Exactly.
Like I talked to my one dude, and I was like, "How much you pay your guy?" He was like, "Oh, my main dude." He was like, "I give him £1." I'm like, £1? He was like, "Yeah, but I give him £1 out of every greenhouse." And I'm like, "Yeah, so I got like 10, 15 greenhouses. You know what I mean? You get £1 out of that, and I'm selling it for him for the higher ticket to my people, so he eating." And I'm like, "That makes sense. That makes sense."
Definitely.
Because if you times that, you know what I mean, then it makes sense. He's
gonna get his money.
Yeah.
See, this is economics 101. This is the people who grow for personal reasons. This is all the shit y'all don't have to go through.
Yeah, y'all can relax and just be smoked out.
Yeah, y'all grow a big ass outdoor. You happy? You got a bunch of pounds at the end of the year. Like you super happy. It didn't cost you nothing. Us, everything cost. Everything. Harvesting cost, like trimming cost. Like for me, luckily trimming doesn't cost, but soon trimming is gonna cost. Like ain't no way that at this new spot I'm gonna do any of the trimming. It's not happening. It's not happening. Yeah. 15 light rooms every 2 weeks. I'm not trimming none of that.
You gotta have a team. You gotta have
I'm not trimming none of that. On top of what I'm already doing, I gotta trim that by myself. Plus, no, it's not gonna happen. Now, you guys got it good. You can take a few days out of your week and just be like, hey, I'm going to trim and watch YouTube and just relax. No, that's 6 or 8 hours a day out of my day is major.
True. But the only thing about him working is I'm still going to be here pulling tarps because, like I said, I built them for me to pull them. So they're taller than he is. That's going to be too hard for him to do alone. So me and him both could do it. But on a regular day, I might not need him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I'm not gonna need him there all the time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday spray. Okay. Then when you get to week 4, I only need you 1 week for that. And then a leaf strip between that. So it's like, other than that, everything's pretty much running itself.
Yeah, you got to factor all that in.
It's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough to factor in. I got to write it all down and see exactly how much work you're doing and then times that hour by a good wage.
Yes.
Like you said, 25 an hour. That's a great wage. I could bless him with that. That's cool.
That's amazing.
And add that up. But then what everybody don't understand is $24,000 trim bill. Awesome. And I don't want to short him on the trim. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to worry about those problems.
I know, and it just hurt my soul hearing it. They don't want to
get paid when they're done.
Of course,
they want their money. Yeah,
of course.
So one of these grows that's coming up, that's gonna be nothing but trimmer money.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to factor that in.
Yeah.
Oh, you just killed my spirit. Now, granted, once things are up and running, I won't care as much. But just hearing it off rip is like, oh.
That's a big expense. I mean, it's not a big expense, but it's an expense that you gotta.
Because those days they're doing that, I could still keep working. I could work on other things. And to know that the job is still getting done and done right, it's worth it. But damn, yeah.
He said, what do you say? Trim machines suck. I don't care how you.
No. You're not getting away with that in 2021. Not happening.
I'm not fucking with trim machine, bro.
Not happening.
They are my machine. They way better than a trim machine, dude. It's way better, bro. Way better quality. You're not losing nothing from a trim machine. Like the trim machine to cut your buds up, and you have hella beautiful, beautiful shake. And you're not getting nothing for shake. What the fuck am I getting for that? I don't have an extraction company to where I could put that in and make money off of it. So I don't give a fuck about no shake like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and I'm not gonna say no names, but I seen some trim machine flowers last year, and fuck that. No, you just lowered what you could get per unit just from
By a
that.
lot.
So
By a
even
lot.
even if you think you saved in the long run, by the time that the packs are gone, it costs you that anyway, because nobody's gonna pay. No one's gonna pay for the same thing that Frosty got from somebody who used a trim machine. It's not happening.
It's not
I
gonna happen.
promise you, it's not, because as a consumer, I'm telling you right now that I'm not paying as much for that as I am for something hand trimmed. I don't greenhouse, indoor, I don't care.
I'm
I
gonna
can
get
tell
top dollar every time.
exactly.
Because you can tell the different buds. You're gonna see a big thick ass stem here, big fucking crow's leaf, crow's fucking foot hanging out of there. It's like, why would I don't want to get my buds eaten up, lose pounds, because that's what it's gonna equate to, pounds.
Oh,
You're gonna lose pounds off of it. Then I still gotta touch the weed and clean it up. No. I'm gonna pay $120 a pound, and it's gonna be beautiful.
Beautiful, gorgeous, indoor looking buds.
Yeah, that's price cost of doing business, man.
Yeah, I'm not doing no trim machines though. That's not happening. I did a decent sized outdoor last year. I hand trimmed that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah. KS, they said they work. My people's killer with their machines. Yeah, I mean, to each his own, bro.
They work. I'm not saying they don't work. They
never
work.
said they don't work. They make the weed look great too. I've seen some that make it look great too, but you still got to touch it after that. And the shake that come out of it, you be like, fuck,
and Frosty's saying that,
gone?
but I'm gonna tell you right now that the weed definitely looks completely different. It looks complete, because there's certain things that the trimmers are gonna do when they're hand trimming that machine cannot do regardless. So you're either gonna run it through the machines and then still hand trim it afterwards, or they're just gonna run it through the machines and accept that I'm not gonna pay you that much for a unit, and no one else is either. You better pray that it's a drought. And if you're harvesting when everybody else is harvesting, you're harvesting during the worst time to be trying to negotiate numbers on your shit that don't went through the trim machines. We know, like people who are the good buyers, the big buyers, we know the difference. We know when this has been handled with love and when it hasn't. Even
yes,
if
you can know. You will know.
Even if it's depths, even if it's outdoor, we know the difference. Like, we know when indoor has been ran through trim machines. You know it. You know, little leafy buds. What are we doing here? The trimmers would have got that. The trimmers would not have left that leaf right there. They're going to get that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you dried it properly and sent the trim team in at the right time and they knew what they was doing, we're talking a completely different level of quality than something ran through a trim machine. We know the trim machine weed. We know it, and it's cheap, and it better be cheap, because if it ain't cheap, we're not buying it until it's cheap. Like, that's how it works.
For real. You know how you can look at a plant and you can kind of see what it got on it outdoors, like outdoor plants, how big they are, and you can be like, okay, this is gonna be about that. And I did that one year and ran through a trim machine, and it was nowhere near what I've been getting before. And I got a big ass bag of dense shape, like crystallized shape.
Shit that should not have been off the plant.
On the fucking bud.
Yeah, shit that shouldn't have been off the plant.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with machines, bro. I mean, if I had a commercial building, I still wouldn't fuck with machines. I just hire trimmers, man. $120 a pound. Factor that shit into your shit and have the best weed you can have, man. It's not a big deal.
Just charge an extra $150 and it evens out. So factor in a nice number that is consistent with the market, add $150 to it, and boom.
Yep.
Evens right back out. It evens right back out. And you still $30 over what you paid the trimmers anyway. So it evens right back out.
Yep.
Yep. So if you is factoring in $2K a unit, they $21.50 now.
Simple as that.
$21.50 now. And no one's still going to complain, especially once it's hand trimmed. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing.
And if it's the right strains, you're going to get all what you asked for.
Exactly.
All what you paid for, you're going to get out of it. And everybody's happy. You happy because your name good. Can't nobody say nothing about your weed. The trimmer's happy because they can go home and take $600-700 back to the house and put that in the pot. That's lovely, man. We fueling the economy. I really love myself for fueling the economy. Like, whatever is there to be done, I know I can do everything. I can do it, but I'd rather not. I'd rather let someone do their specialty and get paid for their job, because that's how you fuel the economy. You don't fuel the economy by doing every fucking thing. I know I say I'm a one-man army, which I am in a sense, But even the Army has people that they get their guns from.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? They still pay a bill to get their guns. They ain't making the fucking guns.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to pick and choose.
Yep. And
What
I
about trim
choose.
bags? No, none of that shit, bro. None of
Yo,
that
when
shit. I'm
you
not
gotta
using none
shake
of
your
that.
buds around and mutilate them and also you do not want to do that. There are things that need to stay on that plant that are coming off of that plant, no matter how you look at it when you mangling them like that. That's the reason that people hand trim. I don't care if it's like I've seen depths that look better than machine trimmed indoor by far. I've watched places where they toured grow houses and people did indoor and ran it through machines afterwards, and it looked like Reggie. Like you look at it and you're like, yo, y'all put in all that time, paid all that money for electricity, did all of this inside of this indoor facility to run it through a trim machine afterwards and just destroy it. Because if you think that I'm going to come along and look at that versus the shit that was hand trimmed over here and think I'm going to pay you the same price for the shit that's no, not happening. Not happening.
Yeah.
There are people out of business right now for thinking like that. Like, hey, I could save a little bit of money by just throwing some trim machines in here. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, you
don't
thought
save
so.
money that way. Don't
You
save money
thought
that way.
so.
Even if you have outdoor, don't save money that way. Make your outdoor look beautiful.
Yep.
Make it look beautiful, man. It's crazy. The trim that comes off of there is so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Like, you can smoke a blunt of that shit. Like it's gonna be gas too, because all of it is all your trichomes that was on the weed. Mm-hmm. All your trichomes right there. And then it's like, if you don't, like I said, if you don't have an extraction system set in place, you're losing.
Yeah, because there's nothing you're going to be able to do with all of that.
But sell it for what, 15, 20 bucks a pound, 50 bucks a pound if it's really, really good. Like, that's not worth nothing.
That's not worth it. I'm not even wasting my time weighing that out. Yeah, it's certainly not worth it. So keep that in mind when growing for profit, man. Just try not to cut too many corners. There's some corners you can cut. Trimming ain't one of them. Especially in this day and age where they want buds to have their real structure. Like, I get it back then, a round bud isn't an issue. But today, they want to see different structures on buds. They want to be on Instagram showing buds that have knobby structures, and like, that's cool right now. You don't want trim machines knocking all of the knobs off of your plant, and then now every bud's perfectly rounded, and you don't want to deal with that. And it's gonna happen. Man. There's no way to avoid it. And even shaking them up and down in them trim bags, same thing. Same thing. You're knocking off trichomes that would have never came off had somebody hand trimmed that.
Yeah, when it comes to cutting corners,
I'm not washing nothing in the bubble hash. I'm not pressing nothing. I don't have time for none of that. Nor am I about to pay somebody to do it for me. I'm just not gonna machine trim.
I don't have nothing to do with it.
I don't have nothing to do with it.
Hey, I'm good. I gotta find a whole new market No,
and I don't know how good it is. I gotta find a great extractor. And that's gonna cost me more money. Like, no.
That's a whole nother business.
Yes. Now there's some things that I do with my trim, but I'm not running it through trim machines and getting that level of trim.
Exactly.
It's nowhere close to that level of trim. Like, you're getting pounds and pounds of trim out of those machines. You open up
cutting corners equals a circle. Just remember that.
Yep.
You don't want to run in circles, bro.
No.
Don't cut corners. There's some people out there that tell you, do this, save this. I'm doing this for the cheapest, and this is cheap, and I'm gonna get this and get that. Their weed is trash.
Facts.
I'm just keeping it real with you, bro. When you cut corners, your weed is trash.
Yep, because I've cut corners and the room came out garbage. It happens.
It doesn't pan out.
Nope.
It just doesn't pan out, man.
Makes me wish that I did it right the first time. Measure twice, cut once.
Yep.
Measure twice and cut once. So y'all got to make sure that y'all know these kind of. That's why y'all are on the Real Talk Cannabis podcast, which is about to move over to the Green Table podcast, because this is the truth. We're here to tell you guys the truth. Like, we're not here to sell you no products. We try to keep you away from too many products. But you don't assume you're gonna go get a Green Bros machine and you're gonna get as much as somebody who just hand trim their weed. It's not gonna happen. As a buyer,
I got a trimmer too. I used it one time, and That was a waste of my 1,600. I think I spent 1,900. That was just a waste of my money.
Oh, right down the drain.
It was just a waste. It was perfect for trim. I'll tell you that much.
You know
You
what?
want to get some
Maybe
great trim? Use this machine. Yeah, that's
you know
all
what?
you're gonna get.
If I had big, gigantic Mendo dope outdoor plants, then all of the little shit that comes from like the bottom, I might run those through machines. Just to not have to trim the little shit because I got so much on the upper 8 feet of plant, dense plant.
Yeah, and then your littles and your mids could be hella perfect and nice.
Exactly. Instead of having the trimmers deal with that, they can make sure that those tops and upper middles are immaculate, and that's where the
Not
bulk
to
of the
be
weight
rude,
is
but I
going to
don't
come
give
from.
a fuck what the trimmers got to deal with. 120 a pound. Do all that
Yeah,
shit.
no. Yeah, that's not my issue. I
Yeah,
don't
do
care
all
about
that
that.
shit. 120 a pound, man.
No one cares what you have to deal with working fries at McDonald's. The price is the price. No matter how difficult of a job that you think that is, the price is the price. You either accept it or you don't. And if you don't, buy. Somebody else will.
Yep. Can't fall for the psych out. Get in what you put in. That's for sure.
Yeah,
what channel the Green Table be on?
Shit.
Do you got the Green Table podcast link in your description?
It will be as soon as the stream is over.
Okay, when you upload it, when you
after I upload it, I can set the description up, so it'll be in the description right after.
So everybody that didn't hear, the Green Table podcast is the name of this podcast. Starting next week, we have a new YouTube channel. Everything's all set up for it. After this live stops, the upload of this podcast will have the link in there. So go over there and sub up so you don't miss next week's episodes. Okay, and we're talking about profit versus personal. And it all kind of ties into the same thing because you're going to want to grow what the times has. You're going to want to stay up with the times. Even if you want old school strains, the times are just going to invade your private life. They're going to be right there in front of you so much. You can't help but growing it. So either way, you're going to grow what the new is.
Of course.
It doesn't matter. You're going to grow what the new is. There's no choice. I mean, you do have a choice, but your conscience is going to eat at you like, what? You haven't tried it yet. Maybe you should try it. And what are you missing? Like, you're going to try it. Then you're going to be like, oh, this wasn't it. And that might happen, but then you're going to find something that you do like that's new.
Oh, yeah.
It's just going to happen.
What's the next strain y'all think going to come after Runts? Y'all think the OG's coming back? Well, they never left in my area.
I don't know.
It's
I can't think about that, man. I don't know.
I can't either because Runts got it right now. Runts is like Gelato was when it came out. And Gelato is still booming. It's still booming.
Gelato don't stop.
Gelato don't stop. Like people want nonstop Gelato.
Tell me, Gelato run the world, bro. I don't care what nobody says. Gelato is the king of cannabis.
OGs never left to have to make a comeback. There are people out here in this world that will strictly smoke OG. They don't want nothing else. They're not going to accept nothing else. They strictly want the gas. So OGs are not ever going to go anywhere. You're not going to go to no dispensary anywhere on planet Earth.
People love OG.
Find OGs. Yeah, it's never going to go.
People love OG too much to let it go.
So. Exactly, and it will never go. SFV been around for who knows how long. We don't even know the origins of SFV. There's some myths, there's some rumors, but we don't know how long SFV. But SFV is still considered top shelf.
Yeah, OG is. Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, OG. Your boy, Roy Boy. Your name is fucking tongue twister, bro. But says something else fruity, maybe grape. OG too strong for part-time smokers. The majority of consumers. You like to say consumers, you know what I mean? But that's the truth, though, man. Some stuff is just for people. So the fruit is always going to win. The fruit is always going to be like a big dominating factor in the game because it's easy to smoke and it tastes good. And it's not going to have you too fucked up for all these new booty smokers, you know what I mean? And the women like to taste stuff. They like food.
Oh, yes.
You know, women like lollipops and candies and shit like that, you know? So it's always going to be a winner, man.
Yeah, they like flowers and things that smell nice, and they're into that kind of stuff. So it's always going to be a separated market. There's some things that the women are going to love. There's some things that the men are going to love.
Yep. But the good thing about cannabis is so much for everybody. So It'll work out. It'll just work out in the end, man. It always does.
What's the most gas strain right now? Shit you can smell around the block. GMO. Han Solo burger. GMO Han Solo burger. It's a ridiculous smell. I'm talking about that. You'll know if you ever get real GMO, you're gonna know it have you ever walked past and been like, yo, something died over here? Imagine if somebody shoved that. Imagine if somebody put that in a gas tank for a week. That's what GMO smells like.
Yeah, I still haven't smelled it, man.
You're gonna smell it and it's gonna disgust you. Like you're gonna smell GMO and be like, oh, this shit stinks so good. Like you don't want to keep smelling it, but you have to keep smelling it. Like that's how crazy it is. GMO smells disgusting in a great way, though, if that makes sense. What are some other strains that RS11? I know y'all not talking about like roadkill skunk. Like
no, Rainbow Sherbet.
Rainbow
11,
Sherbet.
Sherbet. It has hype building around this attractive.
Rainbow Sherbet's coming back.
I did try to get it, but I couldn't get it. Yeah, Rainbow Sherbet number 11.
Where did that come from?
It's building up. It's building up, man. That's the shit that
Sherbet's
Copy was
making a
talking
comeback.
about. He did. That Copy did, and dude from DEO Forums got in his inbox like, "Where'd you get that from? There's no way that's my cut," and all this stuff like that. He was hella mad because it was his shit, and Copy got it somehow. You know, people. If somebody's offering $10,000,
if you don't pay your workers
for a cut, hey, let me get a cut of that. I got 10 bands for you. That cut's getting out.
It's out of there. It's out of there.
That cut's getting out.
I'm selling it. Yo, if I work there and I'm the dude that handles the veg room and somebody says, yo, 10K for you, bro, just snip a top off the top of that and send it to me. Fuck yeah. So, and I don't even have to root it, bro. I snip you like 5 of them. Like, yo, yeah. I snip you like 5 of them. That's $2,000 a cut.
I don't know.
Look kind of crazy. I don't know. Or when I'm lollipopping, I could take them right off the bottom. Like you're never gonna notice that this is missing.
You're not until it comes out from Copy and he fucking already feminized it and got the packs for sale.
It's a wrap now. Now it's over. That's why I said the other day, what the hell is fake runts? Like between Exotic Genetics releasing runts S1s, runts releasing runts S1s, and Copycat releasing runts S1s. There's no such thing as real or fake runts at this point. There's a bazillion phenos. Yeah, it's a bazillion phenos of runts that's out there now. There's no way to say which one is real or fake. If I purchased the seeds from the runts company of their runts S1, how are you going to tell me my runts isn't the real runts? I bought it from the people who made it. Like, I got it from them.
Yeah. Sergeant Lefty said, he's not the only one. I got it in veg right now, the Rainbow Sherbet.
See?
He said he got a bag seed.
See, that's what happened with cookies when cookies first came out. Somebody else, he said he got a bag seed. Yep. That's what happened with cookies when cookies first came out. They didn't want to release it, but when your strain isn't that stable because you made it by accident, there's going to be some seeds in it. And when there's seeds in it, people are going to grow them out. And that's usually a feminized version of the strain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it works.
There was a couple seeds in some of the shit I grew, but I put that to grower error because I have a fucking tent.
I got them sitting right
little
here.
Holes in them. You know, them tents be having hella holes in them. So
yep.
Not too worried about it. Because if it's fire, it's fire. Nobody give a fuck about that seed. They want that seed. Oh shit. I kept
the fuck out them seeds. They sitting right in front of me. They sitting right in front of me. I'm not. They getting popped like regular seeds that I purchased. Like they're just as valuable to me because the only difference is they grew strictly for seed. Yours came by accident. Same seeds. Mm-hmm. Same seeds. Whether I had a one night stand and made a baby or I had a girlfriend and made a baby. I made a baby. Made a baby.
Made a baby. Yeah, yep. Doja Pack. Yeah, he the one did it.
Doja Pack.
Rainbow Sherbet.
Okay. I'm glad Sherbet's making a comeback. Sherbet's fire.
Sherbet's fire. Sherbet's fire. I remember I was growing I was growing some sherbet a long time ago. I didn't like it, but everybody else loved it. It had a weird smell to me. I didn't like the smell.
Me neither.
People love that shit. And I was like, okay. I wanted it to smell more like some sherbet. It didn't smell like sherbet. It smelled like different. I don't know. It didn't attract me. It didn't attract me like that. It was just weird. but everybody liked it. So
very pretty. Pop some nice color out of it. Similar to gelato, but a little different. Because I think it's gelato crossed with pink
see, mine
panties makes
wasn't
the
like
sunset
that. Mine was
sherbet, right?
different. It didn't have none of that shit. I don't know. It just wasn't. It wasn't that. And somebody had said that ain't sherbet. That's
Yeah,
a
the sherbet
different
I had
sherbet. And it probably was some different sherbet.
Yeah, sherbet was super colorful. It was one of the most colorful strains I had seen at the time. There was a little pink and purple, like it was nice. It reminds me a lot of gelato because I know it's gelato crossed with pink panties or whatever, but the pheno I had leaned super towards the gelato. Nah, in my opinion, I think Candyland is still the unsung hero. Like, I don't know how Candyland and Guava and Candyland, I don't know how they just blew over so quickly when everything else came out. But god damn those two strains, and no one really worked them the way that they were supposed
Yeah, I could
to.
probably still get Candyland clones.
I got the Candyland seeds sitting right in front of me, actually, right here. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. How many is in this? One.
Candyland was cool, just don't yield nothing.
Yeah, I got 10 seeds
it
of it
grows
sitting
good,
right here.
but it just don't yield. It just don't yield.
It don't
And
yield
I
for
think that
shit.
was probably
But
the problem.
damn, it's so fire. It's so potent like that. If you really want to watch a movie or some National Geographics, because that's what I do at night, I just kick back and watch National Geographics. And you smoke some Candyland first, I promise you that will be the most interesting episode of National Geographics you ever watched in your life.
There silent and watch all that shit.
Yeah, and you're not gonna go to sleep. You're gonna be high as shit, but you ain't gonna go to sleep. And if we're talking pain relief, like let's say you make edibles for pain relief for yourself. That is one strain that you would love to make edibles out of for some pain relief right there. That is the one.
That'll do it.
Yes, that'll do it for you. You don't want to make something else that people don't factor in. And that's probably some live streams I'll keep on doing on here after we move this over, is people really assume that all cannabis is a medicine. And it's not, because there's certain cannabis that is not for certain people. Like me, I will have a panic attack if you think you're about to extract some Blue Dream and give it to me. That is going to be the worst day of my life. It will borderline make me want to quit smoking. When I smoked Jesus OG and 9 Pound Hammer for the first time, it made me never want to smoke again. That's how uncomfortable it was. Now imagine all the people who they're like, hey, dude, just smoke. You never tried it before. And the first thing that you hand them is a high sativa. They're never going to smoke weed again in their life. Never.
That shit is trippy.
Now, imagine if somebody's dealing with depression and you have them smoke some cookies for the first time in their life. They're never going to smoke again, ever.
So with the depression, would you want something like a sativa?
Yes, that's you would want the opposite.
You would want that opposite, right?
Something that gets you up, something that gets you motivated, makes you smile when you go outside, makes you want to be out in the sunlight and be artistic. Better. There you go. The more euphoric feeling. Now, if you're somebody who
feels nice,
if you're somebody who wakes up on 10, you want to stay as far away from those as possible. Far, far, far away as possible. Blue Dream, yes, Blue Dream will send me into a fucking panic attack, and I love Blue Dream. But last time I smoked Blue Dream, I was in here with my hands shaking, my heart racing, like I had to sit back in my chair and just wait for it to wear off. And that's when I realized, okay, Blue Dream's not for me. It's not for me. But if somebody was dealing with depression, this is the first strain I would send them to. And since America has some of the most depressed people on planet Earth, Blue Dream is the top selling strain in the United States. It makes sense.
Yeah.
We're on the most psychiatric medications. Yeah. So for the people that are on the Xanax and everything, this is the safe key right here. Smoke some Blue Dream. It'll change your whole life. You'll talk to people like you never spoke before in your fucking life. You'll just go outside to the park and start talking to people for no reason.
I think the problem with me is I always got to be focused. So it's kind of hard for me to like
smoke anything.
Even smoke anything, man. It's just hard right now, man.
I usually can't smoke until nighttime. Like I deal with I might take a few pulls in the morning, but then I got so much to do from morning to like evening that by the time I eat and everything, I finally smoke nighttime, usually after like 8, and it ain't on purpose. I'm busy. Yeah. I gotta be focused for what I'm doing. I don't want to keep.
Yeah, when I do smoke, it's nighttime and it's movie time. It's nighttime and movie time.
Exactly.
Give me
and that's
some
how it's
dark
supposed
chocolate,
to
dark chocolate almonds or some shit, and I'm cool. Chill
Yep, give
back
me
and
some
relax.
little bed snacks, and I'm saying, yeah, hey baby, what we watching tonight? All right, bet. And I still only take a few. And you know what it made me do? That made me appreciate weed so much more because now I can really taste it. Now I can really examine the highs of different strains. Before I smoked so much that no matter what I smoked, it would give me the same feel. And if you talked to me 10 years ago, I'd have been able to smoke Blue Dream like no tomorrow. Like no tomorrow.
Yeah,
Big,
man.
gigantic blunts of Blue Dream.
I was with this girl and she was just smoking so much. And I'm like, damn. And she was like, I don't even get high no more. I was like, then why are you
Facts.
smoking? I wanted to know, like, why are you still smoking then if you don't even get high?
Hold
That
up.
shit weird.
Somebody just crushed my heart. The sour was so strong back in the day in New York City. I don't know what happened to that sour diesel. It just disappeared. I want to cry. Because people from who have never been to New York, you probably don't know the sour that he's talking about. It's completely different than
It's funny
any
because
of the
everybody in
sours
New
that
York is
everyone's
still
getting.
searching for it.
We're still looking, and even when you give us sour, we're like, okay, this is sour, but this ain't that Dowie. Like this ain't the shit Max B was talking about. Like this ain't what Jadakiss and them was talking about. They was talking about something that we can't find no more. And I think the reason we can't find it is because it wasn't sour diesel. That's what it has to be. It was not sour diesel. I guarantee you it was a chem dog or something, a special pheno because the growers from up in the mountains say that the sour diesel they used to send down to the city was a pheno of chem dog that they had. That they named sour diesel. Now, other people will tell you that it's sour crossed with diesel gave you sour diesel. And if you ever smoked the two, that makes a little bit more sense because you can have sour and then you can have like New York City diesel. And if you smoke New York City diesel, you're like, okay, this is kind of familiar. And if you smoke just sour, you'll be like, okay, this is kind of familiar. If you ever mix the blunt with the two of them, you'll be like, this is it. So maybe we need to go back and get like a New York City diesel, go and get like just a regular sour, cross them together, some of you breeders out there, and see what you come up with. But we don't know where that sour came from. We don't know where it went. I don't care where you were on the East Coast. You had that sour. If you was in Massachusetts, Maine, New Jersey, Philly, if you was anywhere close, you had that sour. And it was
maybe that's one of those nostalgic things that we talk about.
Yes.
That y'all talking about. Maybe it's one of those things.
No,
maybe
but
it's just it.
But we had really White Widow too. We had White Rhino too. We had Northern Lights too. We don't want none of that back. But you ask anybody from the East Coast, they will tell you that New York sour, it will get top dollar world over. If I don't care where you are in the world, if you smelt that, you would want it over anything else. It was that good. And you'll never find it again because we have no idea what it was back then. And it was so sticky, you can tell that the people who dried it didn't know as much about cannabis as we do today. And you know that wet weed is also hits a little bit stronger. So there's a whole bunch of factors that probably went into this.
Yeah.
Because it was super sticky. I'm talking about like you didn't even want to try to break it up because it would just keep clumping back up inside of the blunt. Like it was that sticky. And that just lets me know today as a grower, it was wet still.
Oh, y'all better find something else to fall in love with. That shit gone.
Yep. Now all I do is be like, damn, I missed that. Well, on to the next one. I'm not going to dwell in the past and be like, hey, can we find? No.
And I'll take with me the memories. Hell yeah.
That's now if I could find it, I would love to. But chances are we'll never be able to find it again. And I'm not about to waste my time looking for it. I'll never stop looking either, but chances are that cuts out of here. And that shit's gone. Branson, I gotta stop reading the comment section. Yo, because the haze we also had in New York is completely different than any of the haze from anywhere else. Because I've had haze from California, and it was more like Jack. It was more like a Jack Herrera than it was the haze we had. The haze we had here was so specific that's what Wu-Tang and them was talking about. That's what all the rappers from New York at the time was talking about. Still got Branson on speed dial. That was Jadakiss talking about that same haze. Jadakiss and Styles P still have arguments all the time. What's better, haze or sour?
Okay, now let me ask you this though. being from New York, do you think that weed held a candle to California weed?
Never. Besides the sour.
Okay.
The haze, fuck no. No. And then once I started getting real California weed, I realized we wasn't even smoking. You know what it was? I got a DVD. It was like a smoker's DVD where they just went around the world. This dude was touring, smoking from the hood in different places. And I started seeing California weed. And I'm like, yo, we not even smoking. We're not even smoking. Like, we don't know we had sour and haze for so long. We missed out on so many strains that you guys had. Like, Granddaddy Purple is non-existent on the East Coast. No one's ever going to talk about, yo, that GDP from back in. It's not happening. You go to California, you're not going to hear stories without hearing GDP.
Man.
Yeah, $6,500 a pound. That's a fact. The sour was $600 an ounce. And people paid it gladly. Yeah, Cali GDP 2008 was fire. See, we never 45th. Oh, yeah, we never had that GDP. Yeah, whoever Real Haze Man is yeah, he's over there getting me going back. Yeah, he's from the Beast Coast for real.
Yeah, we're pushing up on that 3-hour mark, man. I got to get on out of here.
Yeah, same here. I got to get my.
It's been a good one though. We had a good show today, and for the people that wasn't here earlier, check back in a minute when this video is uploaded and follow the link to the new YouTube, and that's where the next podcast will be for next week. And we'll put out little
I'll put out links and flyers on Instagram throughout the week. And I'm also going to upload a new grow video to this page, and it'll have all of the stuff in the description as well as in the video. You guys will be able to find it. Very easy to find. You guys will be good. Make sure y'all get over there to the new channel and be in for some surprises. We're really going to take this to the next level. All the growers be ready too, because we're going to do a lot of interviews. We're going to be doing a lot of new things, really exposing the world to a lot of the good growers that don't get to be seen as much. So if you're trying to up your following or something, inbox us. We could work something out.
Yeah, appreciate all of you. 46 people watching, 45 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down.
And they've held strong this whole time too. They've held strong this whole time. Yep, all 40 whatever people been holding strong this whole time. So shout out to y'all.
We appreciate it. Shout out to y'all.
I never thought in a million years I'd be able to talk and have people listen, but it's so dope to have y'all here. Thank y'all for all of y'all support.
And stay growing, man. Stay growing. Don't stop. Don't let nothing stop you, man.
Facts.
If that's what you like to do, if that's your passion. I don't like saying passion because sometimes passion equates to money. Like, I do this for money. It became my passion after that. So I don't want to lie about it and say, oh, I just really want to grow. That's what I want to do. Just grow for free. And no, it's not that. So,
but I would never want another job.
No, I wouldn't.
I would never want another job. Now. Yes.
First show, man. Till next week, y'all.
Yes, you already know. Make sure that y'all like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Look in the description to get that link over to the new channel. You already know.